with hate.
Smoke Slovenia stand up. Russia stand up. Soviet Union stand up. Hey man, I'm riding with y'all, man. We gonna put a nuclear bomb on LeBron James and Los Angeles Lakers, nigga. We bringing them illegal weapons overseas, nigga. We gonna whoop their ass. Since we want to talk about Nazis, Adolf Hitler once said that, hey, all black men, hey, we are the kings. We are the Jews. We are the most powerful. So even Adolf Hitler knew that we were the most powerful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I roll it with the Nazis, nigga, because they knew what we was before them other motherfuckers knew what we was.
Kung Fu Panda. Adolf Hitler is my nigga. Put the barrel on his head and pull the trigger. With my nigga Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. My retarded son is addicted to liquor. An enemy A beats me up every day. He is a prick when she got shot in JF Kennedy's place. He's in the Hennessy phase, eating supremacy lays. Dip my balls in some sticky chips and rub it all in his face. Hey, I'm chilling with Anne Frank in the hot box. Ayy, her secret is that she likes hot cocks. Ayy, we hiding from the ops in the lockbox. Ayy, till the time that Oscar Schlinder knocks. I'm in a tuna afternoon. I'm in Berlin eating kebab with my homie Kim Jong-un.
Yo. Yo, what does it do? What it do? Welcome to the Tru Sports Talk with Hollywood Herm, and welcome new member of the show, Renegade in the building, man. What it do,
Renegade? What's happening, man?
What's popping, bro?
Chilling, man.
Well, you and Tru for the 3D me? Y'all go be the
that's
Dudley boys
crazy.
on Hollywood Herm?
That's crazy.
Pause, by the way.
That was crazy. It was crazy both ways. I didn't even look at it that way, her. You kind of.
Man, listen.
I sure called it, man.
It is what it is, man. Her man gotta. Yeah, I mean, listen. You still standing on what you standing? I mean, look, man. Like you say, you could still say that the series ain't started. You gonna stand on that?
It definitely ended in 5, though. It definitely.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be honest. This is Hollywood Herm being honest for a change. End of the day, the Celtics in an 80% chance of not blowing that 2-0 lead, and they should become NBA champs. But within lately, it's only 5 teams in history that came back from a 2-0 lead in the finals. A lot of them happened recently. You had the 2006 with the Heat. Came back on Dallas. You had the 2020. You had the 2016 with the Cavs against the Warriors, and you had recently the 2021 Bucks versus the Suns. But end of the day, how it's looking right now, and how horrific Kyrie Irving has looked, and the Dallas Mavericks have looked offensively. End of the day, they keep playing like this, man. Boston will probably sweep them. And I hate to admit it, man. I'm gonna have to give Boston their credit, but it's still hope because anything can happen. If anybody get the benefit of the doubt, though, it is a Kyrie Irving team because he has been a part of that and he has done that before. So you still got to get the benefit of the doubt, but it's looking like an 80% chance Boston will be holding the Larry O'Brien trophy.
All right.
But listen, and we're gonna get to more of the finals talk. We're gonna get more of the finals. We're gonna have plenty of time for that. But y'all see the title of the video, man. And all the Celtics, the next NBA Dynasty. And I know you saw the thumbnail, right? I know you see the thumbnail, Chicago Bulls was kind of in a similar situation, right? Where they had their growing pains, right? You know what I mean? Growing pains in that, especially in that Eastern Conference back in the day in the 80s, in the early 90s, where they got to go against the Celtics and the Pistons, tough battles, and with their front office, they with the collective of their front office made a dynasty, going into the 90s. So can the Celtics replicate that?
True. Hell no.
Not necessarily replicate that or just be a dynasty.
In today's NBA, it's gonna kind of be hard for teams to be a dynasty. You got the CBAs, of course, but you got these young teams like the OKCs, got a lot of assets, and they a couple of trades away from being a championship contender. You still got Denver in the mix. You still got Minnesota in the mix. There's a lot of young teams, talented teams that could make a case. Boston, can they win a championship every other year or throughout the years? Do it what San Antonio possibly did. It's a possibility, but it's going to be hard to be a dynasty in today's NBA. You seen what happened. People thought the Nuggets was going to be on their way into being a dynasty. You seen what happened to them? They basically a one and done type of ordeal. So there's nothing that's guaranteed. With all this unique talent and all this team building that is going on, True, I don't see them being a dynasty.
Yeah, but Jamal Murray, they've been leaving him off the All Star game, so they still gonna have like a relatively cheaper roster or whatever. Once Tater get paid with JV, they're gonna have to, and you get down the line, it's gonna be like less flexibility for them to do stuff. So we're gonna see. I mean, they got a chance or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they keep the squad, but Alf in the leave or whatever, he's gonna be a big missing piece. They're gonna have to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, exchange that some kind of way.
And that being said, too, but that I'm just going off, like you said, too. The Celtics, they're not afraid to spend that money. And they have a lot of teams. Like I said, they're gonna resign Tatum back. They can resign Derek White back. They got Payne Pritchard that's been continues to be getting better. They've been and they've been drafted well. The Celtics are known for drafting well and making the right move to build with using the flexibility that they have. You know what I mean? So compared to everybody else around the league, I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, I think that Brad Stevens and the Celtics did a great job building this team around the new CBA. And I mean, the fact that, like I said, hey, I mean, I saw the sturdy, shout out to the sturdy. I mean, yeah, they have a 1% to be in a dynasty, but I mean, that being said, too, who would have thought that the Celtics could also go to the Eastern Conference, the finals with majority of the games without KP either, though? Who would have thought that? So I mean, I didn't. I mean, hey, especially how the Eastern Conference is also looking too. You also got to judge what all the Eastern Conference other teams looking like as of right now, the further notice.
I
You know,
mean, shit, it is what it is. I mean, people was talking all of that East Side BS or whatever, but they doing it to the West Side. So, and they doing it to the men who beat
yeah,
the men who beat the men who beat the man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm
right.
saying? It's
Well,
obviously cap.
I mean, especially rumors saying that also Jeff Van Gundy may be in that coaching staff next year when Charles Lee leaves. I mean, those are the type of moves that keep things going. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Celtics draft well. Like you said, they got people. I mean, even like I said, Jordan Wall. Like they got people that what I mean on the pipeline. That what I mean. Look at people don't know like Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser was an undrafted rookie that developed to get. Now he's on a rotation player in the finals. You know what I mean? That
Right.
takes a lot. That takes a lot of. You know what I mean? So I mean, listen.
But what?
Granted, it's gonna be easy. I don't care what era. Getting the Dynasty ain't gonna be easy though. But that being said, compared to where everybody else in the league is doing, they have a very good chance.
Yeah, they got a shot. If they keep the squad, they definitely got a shot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, uh,
Niggas
they
was
got too
finna say
much
I need
offense,
the
too much
Celtics to make the
defense.
finals
Yeah,
without
it
KD.
is what it is.
No, I think though the point is that what majority of people were saying though. Cam to Hooper, majority of people were saying that though.
Oh
The
yeah,
Celtics
true.
broke.
Can the Hooper said the series ain't over, man.
I mean, it's
That man
not
was
over.
gone.
We ain't talking about the series. We just talking. Listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I got 500 next. You just because you beat bees in one bet, sturdy. Let's calm down, man. Like let's calm down. Let's calm down, bro. You beat me. You got a lucky bet off of me, and then bees. You just calm down. That's the only bet I ever seen you probably I think win top of my head. You just calm down, man. Now he want to bet 500. I've never seen Sturdy ever bet no 500 before this in my life. That's front running, Herm. Now that's front running. I have never. That is renegade. That is front running. I have now hit 500 though. Like, come on, bro. Now we want to bet 500.
Because he do got the biggest odds of being right though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to be. Let's not.
It is though. I'm just saying it. That's
it
front
is
running,
hard
though.
to be a
That is front
dynasty
running.
in any sports. In any sports period, it's hard to be a dynasty. What we seeing for the Chiefs is unbelievable. You know, for them to look like a dynasty.
You got 7. Now you got 750 now. Now I've never seen Sturdy talking about no 500, 750 now. Like, stop. That's front running, bro. We will wait and see. We wait and see. We wait and see till we. I will. That's front running, bro. You gonna say that when KP got hurt? This man gonna sit there and say that when that's what you know. Why I ain't gonna do that? Cause we in the same group chats. You know what you said, though, Sturdy. You know what you said, though, Sturdy. That's front running. Now that's front running. I ain't never do no stuff like that. I ain't never. If I'm lying,
He trying to put his foot on your neck because you up on top right now, man.
I gotta admit, True, you ain't capping, bro, because the odds is greatly in his favor, you know, with the dynasty point, because it's hard to be a dynasty, bro. So anybody that has an opportunity of getting close to doing that gets much respect for me because it's hard to do it. That's why I'm saying
they already got an agenda against them boys.
Yeah, and
no,
also
I actually don't have an agenda though. I'm being honest.
Not
right
you.
now.
I'm talking about the media.
all
You know how the
aside,
media be at them boys, right?
Yeah, but all jokes aside, though, Herb, I do got a question. We had a bet by that Jaylen Brown. I ain't gonna lie though, Herb. Like, be honest with you, Herb, you might as well. We gonna talk behind the scenes, man. Because I don't
all right.
We gonna talk about that behind the scenes, man. I don't. That was. I mean, that's big one there, though. I already told you, bro. I already told you that's not like because win, lose, or draw is gonna be hard. Because like I said, we got what up? We got Lamont in the building, man.
Shout out to FYF in the building, man. Y'all most definitely hit that like button and subscribe to FYF Sports, man.
Like I
He
said,
got the movement going on, man.
The Celtics on the trajectory. Listen, I don't know why that's a problem. Listen, you look at what the reason why the Bulls became a dynasty in the 90s because of great. Like, hey, they talk about cross all they want to, but they had great front office. And going back to fast forward, look at now. The Celtics clearly, in my opinion, had the best front office in the NBA. So it is similarities.
Danny Ainge taught that boy how to finesse in a good way, man. I ain't gonna cap.
How you feel about Lamont?
Man, you gotta man, we was talking about this, man. And I'm thinking like this. All we've been talking about all year has been how are these teams going to re-up and make their squads better with this new CBA? We've been talking about it with the Lakers. I talked about it with the Lakers are kind of stuck with the D'Lo situation because with the new CBA, all of these tax aprons and whatnot, teams don't want to go into that second tax apron. Teams don't want to be in the first tax apron. Most teams are in the first tax apron. They trying to get out. So that means if you got a lot of teams trying to get out of tax aprons, that means there's going to be a lot of teams shedding talent, thinning out their talent, building from the ground up as opposed to relying on a conglomerate of stars and heavy contracts to go win. So with that being said, just like in 90s, just like going into the 1990s, we saw a change in the NBA with the expansions, with the new CBA, with the restrictions on free agency. The Bulls, who had molded their team right before all of that stuff hit in the 90s, they were able to go forward into the 90s with not only a core that they didn't need to shake up and make a ton of changes to, but then the rest of the league was scrambling, trying to put their cores together amidst all the havoc that was going on. Same thing that we see right here, and that's why I brought this up. When you look at this Celtics team, they got Jaylen Brown. They're definitely going to keep Tatum under contract. They got Jaylen Brown under contract to 2028. Tatum, they're going to keep him. You got Jrue Holiday to 2027. They're probably going to make a strong push to keep Derek White. Right, so I don't expect them to let them walk. You got Porzingis to 2025. You got Peyton Pritchard to 2027. Right, Al Horford's a free agent, but I just don't see him leaving that situation. More than likely, he'll be re-signing. when you look at their young talent, you got Jordan Walker in 2027, and players like that. When you look at this core, they got their core locked up, right? And then what team in NBA has a better core, right? From a multitude of stars, right? When you talk about we talk about star talent. Jaylen Brown's all-star level player. Tatum's all-star level player. Jrue Holiday has been an all-star level player. He's definitely one of the best defenders in the league. Porzingis is an all-star level player. Can be one of the best defenders in the league. And then now you build around that talent. What I'm saying is how if people everybody been thirsty to see another dynasty. This is a dynasty in the making right now in front of us. You talking about stars. They don't have outside of Al Horford and Jrue Holiday, none of these guys are over 30 years old. So when we start to act like these guys can't mold into a dynasty, remember for me to turn into a dynasty, you're talking what? Maybe a 3-4 year stretch to say this can't happen with this team. You got to be out of your mind. And with the way they playing, with the way they defend, with the coaching, with the way the organization's been put into place, I just don't see how we can just kind of write off that this ain't going to turn into some type of dynasty, because it doesn't look like they're going to let this core go anytime soon. And they're not going to get any worse. Like, for everybody, just because remember, I said it before the series. I said, don't sit here and act if the Boston Celtics sweep this Dallas team. I said I would love to see Kyrie Irving win it. But the reality of the situation is he has a monster juggernaut team sitting right in front of his face right now. And all the idiots out there on YouTube making these videos talking about Kyrie Irving is choking and X, Y, and Z. I was like, bro, I want you like that. And Renegade, I tell people this all the time. I want you to take your ass to the gym with 4 10-year-olds and try to go win some games. I don't care how nice you is. If the other team got just more talent across the board, you generally gonna lose out. And that's what Boston is doing. They're smothering teams with talent across the board. You might have a Luka and Kyrie. They got a Jrue Holiday, a Tatum, a Brown, a Porzingis, a Derek White, a Al Horford. They got like 5 guys that can drop 30 in any given time. Last night they played horrible and still won. They played a horrible game and still won. That's how you know you got a great team. But nobody's gonna give them credit until they actually do it. And then what I can tell, what's setting up, because there's so many people that don't like the Celtics. What they setting up though is when Boston actually wins, they're gonna try to find a way to downplay it, because people are already saying this is an easy run, and it's just like, and I always tell people, what you try to become a number 1 seed so your run is easy. That's why you a number 1 seed, because you want everything to be easy to the title. So, I mean, people gonna try to diminish it, but I mean, they better jump on the bandwagon while it's here, because this is the future. There's no other team set up like the Celtics right now. If you say there is, you're lying.
Yeah, that's what I say. If they keep them players, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to say. I mean, people have been trying to, downplay and deny it the whole season. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is at this point. You can't put the cap on it no more. Like, it is what it is.
Let me say something to Brandon. Brandon likes to do this nonsense stuff, like talks about the East being weak and seeding and things like this, right? You got one of the greatest teams of all time, would probably, and Tru can be a testament to this. One of the greatest teams of all time is the 86 Celtics. Am I right or wrong, Tru?
Yes, absolutely.
Now, if you look at this 86 Celtics team, they played a 51-win Houston Rocket team in the championship. They had 4 teams make the playoffs that were below 500 in the East. You had 3 teams below 500 that made the playoffs in the West. So that's a total of 7 teams below 500 in the NBA that made the playoffs combined. They didn't even play the best team in the West when they went to the finals. You talk about a cakewalk run. That could have easily been defined as a cakewalk run, but
that's why the whole argument is dumb, though.
That's why it's dumb, because we can easily say that 67-win Boston team, one of the greatest teams of all time, had a cake run. They beat up on a whole bunch of losing teams in a weak East, and the West was also weak. But see, you don't hear them sentiments when we talk about them teams. They just say they was great. So, I mean, the thing is,
it's just giving respect.
Just give respect. That's it.
As Sturdy said, I'm saying I'm willing to put money on it if they can.
Well, I don't see it I understand Lamont's sentiment, and he did explain because they are talented. They already got a lot of their guys signed. They just got to finalize Tatum and get his contract going. But I'm looking at other teams like the OKCs with a lot of assets that they could capitalize in the offseason, and they could mess around and be the best team in the league just if they make a couple of trades.
And
Who you talking
Minnesota.
about?
shout out to Sam Presti, but
I,
here's the thing about
I,
Sam
I just,
Presti,
I
though.
just, I just don't see the Celtics
But
being. It's too tough in this era in this league to create a dynasty. The last dynasty we had was Golden State.
They
I don't
made it
see.
tough.
I
They
don't
at the
see
just made
same,
it
nobody
at the
being a
tougher.
same,
dynasty anytime
but at
soon.
the same time about
They
Sam
just
Presti, my fault. I'm gonna say, by the same time about
you
Sam
good.
Presti, same thing about Sam Presti though, and we may have to start having a conversation. I think Sam Presti is a good GM, but I think he's getting a little bit overrated at this point because yes, he can draft well. There's no there when it comes to drafting players and young talent, he's phenomenal at that. You know what I mean? But when it comes to building a championship team, he has struggled to do so. Like even if you look at this season, I don't know why he couldn't have got another big man or get more size in the front court in the trade deadline. You have assets to do so. Listen, building a team.
Who you talking
Listen,
about? OKC?
yeah, Sam Presti. They could have. They already had. They only like. The reason why like they have to get bigger. Like the small ball era is kind of over with. Now, you can still play in certain lineups, but it's more about being big and versatile.
No, but true. I'm gonna tell you something though about OKC. They was trying to around the deadline go after lower marketing. It's just that Danny Ainge wanted four
Hey, you
first
may gotta
round
make that rich
unprotected
though.
picks.
But
I think
going back
I
to
think I think Preston in the way though. Sometimes for trade, you gotta go ahead and pull the trigger on that.
right,
Because at the end of the day, you too close. You got a real talented team. You see the potential there. You gotta pull the trigger. The lower marketing would give the shooting that they need, and he has size, and he's just a solid all around player. So that would fit right with SGA. So I don't think he needs to hesitate on that. But it's a steep price because that's what Danny Ainge wants. But if you OKC, you really not gonna do too much just by sitting on the assets anyway. So you kind of got to make that move, and that's what I think they're gonna eventually do in the off season. Don't be surprised if Lord marketing be with the Thunder, and you got to pull the trigger. And that's the question
that's
mark: is Presti gonna be man enough to make that move? I know the price is steep, but you got to do it. You got to do
I
and
don't think so. I don't think so.
that's what going back to
Right.
Lamont's talk about taking those risks. Like you said, look at Brad Stevens. Listen,
Yeah,
they ain't gonna you
they
guys.
already took advantage of the CBA, man. I
No, it's
mean, you know what I'm
reversed, True.
saying?
The Celtics got to where they were because other teams were saying, let's take a risk.
That,
See, the Celtics sat back and said, let's
oh yeah,
see
you
what
right.
they
Yeah.
basically sat back and said, we're gonna hold all these assets and we're gonna
it.
see
Yeah, Danny
what
Ainge
dumb
did a
teams
good
is out
job of
there.
that.
They're gonna say, what dumb teams is out there gonna say, let's take a risk and do some old crazy trade so the Celtics can benefit at the last minute. Right. This is how they was able to amass what they got now because they just sat back and said, oh, you want to be thirsty? Go ahead and here's a thirsty trade for you. We
Get
about to
dang.
we about to wipe you down.
I
So
mean,
again, if
but
OKC gets
Philadelphia
thirsty,
helped
they're
them
gonna
out
get wiped
too
down.
with the
They're gonna
dumbass picks
wipe.
they made.
Yeah.
No. I don't see OKC. I don't see Sam. To me, they in a great spot. They was just first in the West. They don't need a ton of. They don't need a whole bunch of stuff to get. All they really need is more experience because they lost to Dallas just off experience. They didn't have the experience to play in the big moments. The foul that Alexander did at the end of the game. That's just all experience. They're gonna get better. But Chet, first year player, he already one of the best defensive players in the league. He's a big. I expect them to go get some more size, but they don't have to be in no rush to go get anything right now because they in
Right.
good
So you
spots.
don't think lower marketing moves the needle for
That's a
OKC?
thirsty move, though. They don't need to be thirsty. They were just first in the West. They
Right.
don't need to be thirsty. All they
But
gotta do
these
is get
other
slightly
teams
better.
getting better,
Yeah,
Lamont.
they could they all got room
You
for
got Memphis.
improvement.
You got Memphis sneaking up, Lamont. Memphis gonna
Memphis
be a
ain't that
threat.
man. Ain't that you think they worry
Nah,
about
I'm just saying
Memphis?
they're
They
gonna
gotta
be a
Yeah,
be
that
healthy.
solid
shit over
team.
with.
Healthy. I mean, but Lamont though, Memphis being healthy though is, I mean, granted they have to be healthy.
Yeah.
They have to be healthy.
But
Man,
Memphis could
OKC
be a
gonna get
solid
better.
team, and they could disrupt things. they're not necessarily gonna be a title contender, Lamont, but they have a potential to be like a top 4 seed in the West.
OKC going into next year is going to be a title contender just because they got better. They cannot do any moves just with
They
the
was the youngest team in the
Josh Giddey
league.
gotta go though, Lamont.
Yeah,
Josh Giddey gotta go.
That's easy point right there.
Yeah, okay. Even if you move Josh Giddey, that's a small move. But what you do is you hold on to Josh Giddey, and what you use him is for one of them thirsty teams that's desperate for a guard, like the Lakers. You know how the Lakers like to do. Oh, you thirsty for a guard? You thirsty for? Oh, come on with 14 number 1 picks and give us Austin Reeves and Rui. They waiting for somebody to be thirsty because Josh Giddey still has value. He's a first round pick. He's still one of the best players, international talents. They don't have to be in a rush to trade him. They can wait for one of these teams that's desperate to come offer the whole world to come get him, and then they're gonna wipe them down.
So Lamont, let's just say Danny Ainge just say, okay, just give me 3 first-round picks of Josh Giddey. Would you do that for Lauri Markkanen?
Hold on, you said who?
3 first-round picks and Josh Giddey.
I don't think the money matches. I don't think the money makes sense.
They got salary cap.
But Utah got salary cap too. So
yeah, the money don't work, and so
OKC got money too though.
I mean, they make it. I think that, but the salary cap work. They got salary cap space on Lamont. I checked. They got salary cap space because if Lauri Markkanen making be on a cheap deal.
First of all, you have to think. I don't see Chet and Lauri working. I don't see that combination working. That's not a good fit. It sounds good on paper. That's just not the idealistic fit. On top of the fact that Lauri really ain't proved nothing in and of himself. It's like the Jazz has been good, but he ain't really done nothing to really make them a contender. They ain't been no playoff team or nothing. So it's not like he the solution. I think they are fine where they at. The improvements they need to make need to be very marginal. When you look at this Celtic team, if we get back on topic, it's a dynasty in the making, not because of the Celtics. It's because of what the other teams in the league can't do. The other teams in the league, there's no other team in the league that's going to be able to match the Celtics' talent over the next 5 years. If the Celtics stay pat with this talent, no team's going to be able to out-talent the Celtics right now. That's the problem. That's why I say they can be a dynasty. No, Denver can't do it. Lakers can't do it. Philly can't do it. They're depleted right now. There's no other team that's going to be able to match what the Celtics do. I mean, but they can do it, but it's going to take years for them just to catch up with the experience that's the Boston got.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, SGA is the only all-star on their team right now. I mean, of course, yes, Chet can be an all-star next year. I don't think nobody be surprised by that. But J-Dub still gotta grow. You know what I mean? So,
and Minnesota can actually do it too if they make the right decisions.
They have to make the right decisions. Or anything. Their offense.
Now they have to make the right decisions. They could do it.
No, Minnesota might be the closest, and you are right, Herm. But again, I mean. What was Boston showing you now is all them years of losing. That all it did was give them a ton of experience. Minnesota still got a lot of catching up to do in regards to experience. Like that learning curve just to know how to win in them big moments. That's why I say everybody right now is light years behind Boston. Nobody want to admit it because it's Boston, and then people don't like Boston. But they can mess
they're young.
This is crazy. Listen, this is I said this before.
In the month, that's what I meant last night when I text you, bro. You done boosted Tru the King's.
I ain't boosting nothing up. I ain't boosting nothing up though.
No, I've been saving this.
Listen, I've been in the market, actually, Renegade, Jrue Herm. I've been confident about this team the whole year. Like, bro, this is the best Celtics team I've ever seen in my life. Hate this, we had to really have these real conversations. It's like, that 08 team was a quote unquote all-time great team.
They wasn't a dynasty though.
But going back to the conversation, this Celtics team is younger. That's 08 Celtics team was older. So this Celtics team that is younger, that's better, has a better opportunity and better chance to be a dynasty. So I mean, like I said before, we have a young coach, like you said, Joe Mazzulla, 34 years old.
So you think you guys could be a dynasty like the Warriors were?
Listen, like I said, off of talent and chemistry, absolutely.
I don't see it.
over talent. I mean, listen, barring injury, whatever the case may be. That being said, though, like I said, Brad making those moves. I mean,
don't see which who you see better. I'm saying after everything we done seen throughout the season, you think you looking at the clover, you see a clover on that bitch, and that's why you don't see it. That's why you don't see it. What don't you see, like motherfucker?
Don't you? But
You know what I'm
Renegade,
saying?
don't your goof ass realize how hard it is, bro, to have a dynasty in sports? Period. Y'all talk about dynasty now. If you talk about
Okay, what do
with
you need
Boston,
for it? You need the players, don't
with
you?
Boston, can Boston win a couple of championships? Hey, that's a different conversation. But you talk about dynasty, that's a whole nother level of shit. And I don't see them doing it. I really don't. I don't see it
Okay,
happening.
Okay.
just because it's hard, huh?
What's the starting ingredients for a dynasty? What do you need? Just to eat before we even consider you having a dynasty. Like, what's the starting ingredients you gotta have?
You need the talent. I think talent is first.
Come on, man.
You need the talent.
I mean, of
You
course
need
they
coaches.
got the talent. You gotta create the right team dynamic for us, the chemistry. You gotta
Okay,
build
who got a
that up,
better
of
team
course.
dynamic than the Celtics right now?
I mean, a lot of people thought Denver did until
No.
got
Okay.
their asses whooped.
That thought mean past tense, don't it? Thought mean in the
I'm just
past,
saying, a
don't
lot
it?
of people thought Denver did, though. I'm just asking
Okay,
questions.
thought meaning so that's over with, don't it?
Hey man, I just answered the question. Hey. Before the Miami Heat start doing what they do best, getting hurt. Miami, honestly, you could say they had better team dynamic.
Could mean past tense, don't it?
I mean, Miami was AFC last year.
Was
They was
mean
putting
past
out
tense,
people
don't
left and
it?
right. Injuries got in the way. And
I
so
mean, hey, but so
if
did
that's
double
the
injuries.
case,
So did double injuries too. Like,
if that's the case, Miami should be in the conversation too. They done been in
stop it. All right,
multiple
Herb. All right.
finals,
Should,
been in multiple conference finals.
Herb was
man.
wilding. You was wilding, bro.
Hey, I'm
You
just saying
Herb.
though, bro.
Herb,
I'm
when you
just
this is why
saying.
you be having your camera on, because you be saying stuff like this, you be laughing, bro. Like, I know you. This is probably Herb. That's what I'm saying. Herb goes on. Herb goes on. That's what I'm saying.
Nigga always make his hate drive him into getting cooked.
Herb think he be slick.
Hey, I be damn, man. I sit up here gonna say that the Jrue Celtics gonna be
See?
a damn
There you go
dynasty. I
right
be
there. Well,
damn,
say
man.
that.
I'm
Well,
not
say
doing
that
it,
then,
man.
motherfucker.
I'm not doing it, man.
Listen, but here's the thing, though. But hold on, let me sturdy comment. First of all,
Renegade crazy as
time out.
hell
See, here's
too,
the
by the
thing, though.
way.
Sturdy. You can't simply say this team is not deep. When in the regular season they won 64 games, they was by far the number one seed in the NBA, where only 35 times the starters played with each other. Then fast forward, KP being hurt, and they made it to the finals. Majority, he only played 3 games in the playoffs to go to the finals. So saying the team is not like this top heavy, that's a lazy argument, because first of all,
Oh man.
there's a lazy argument. Like,
Hey, True, look like I gotta cook branded cats like Lamont just did. You talk about
man.
so what good bench player that was on the
I'm gonna drop down real quick, Herm. I just wanted to pull up real quick. I'm gonna get up out y'all way. I'm gonna be listening.
Salute,
let
bro.
Brandon up here though, man. Let Brandon.
Yeah, we
I want to see.
can.
We're gonna drop the link soon, y'all. Hey, we about to drop the link soon. What you about to say?
Y'all.
Well, why not? And Brandon Katz, James Posey was a good player off the bench at 08, man. Come on, bro. You must have forgot what James Posey was doing. He was hitting clutch shots for the Celtics. Come on, bro. And he was playing good defense. Tell about Boston didn't have a bench, man. What the hell wrong with you?
I'm saying, like, look, I think the 08 team was deeper, but you think who was the better? But that being said, though, let's be honest, we've been hearing the conversation about teams being deeper in the Celtics all year, even in the playoffs, and that didn't matter. So it's like, I mean, like, cause I ain't the one that said Derek Lively was better than Al Horford. Sturdy, I didn't say that. You know what I mean? That was crazy. I didn't say that. You know what I mean? But that's neither here or there. That's neither here or there. I didn't say Derek Lively was better than Al Horford. I'm sorry, I didn't say that. You know what I mean? So
man, shout out to Lively. He gonna bounce back next season.
I didn't say Josh Green was gonna be a factor. Fast forward, what's Josh Green been doing? So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's like, I'm just saying, like, yeah, granted, we've been saying, oh, the Celtics bench has been trash, but fast forward, they've dominated. You bench can't be that trash. You dominate the regular season like that, and then all the way in the playoffs. Like, something gotta give. Something gotta give, man. I don't know, man. But Let's drop this link, man. Well, let's drop this link, man.
Hell, even they keep forgetting. Even Tony Allen was coming off the bench too. By the way,
Tony Allen was not. Listen, that's why I said Herm. When
a
it
lot
comes
of
to
people
that,
forget about that.
when it comes to that Herm, when it comes to who has the deeper team, I gotta give it to 08. I gotta give it to 08 though. I'm not going. I ain't gonna super say like you know what I mean. The like 08 wasn't knowing nothing. Oh, I got you. Hold up. I'm about to. Hold up. I got y'all.
But I mean, but this Celtics team, if they do go on a run, they can have a say-so saying that they were better than the '08 team because they lasted longer for one. They still in their prime, something that '08 team, Pierce, Gardner, and Allen was not in their primes. They still was playing at a high level, but they wasn't in their primes. So that's the advantage that this Celtics team had. Are they going to be? Are they going to do that? I don't think so. I think end of the day, just this league is too talented. It's too wide open. You haven't seen anybody win back to back in years, really ever since Golden State. So it just shows how competitive the league is from that standpoint. That's why I don't see a dynasty. It's no disrespect to the Celtics, no disrespect to anybody. The league is just too wide open. Teams are getting better year after year after year. And shoot, it's gonna be certain teams that's gonna keep building and keep getting better. Despite how talented Boston is, talent don't always get you the chip. Talent
Spurs
don't
ain't win
always
back
get
to
you.
back. Yeah,
What you say?
it's how they played it. I said the Spurs ain't win back to back. They still a dynasty. And listen, it's not
Yeah,
just about the talent
but they was winning
because
2 rings within 3 years and stuff like that in the
the
midst
Suns
of
got
it
the
in the
most
early
talent. The
2000s.
Suns got the most talent, not Boston, but it's how they play together, right? Offensively and
Wait,
defensively, huh?
Suns don't have more talent
the
than
Suns
Boston.
got more talent.
Suns do
Yeah,
not have more
Oh,
talent than
yeah,
Boston.
that's crazy.
It's
yeah,
not
they
even
do.
I
close.
don't know
No,
about
they
that.
don't. No, they
I don't
don't. It's not even close. Boston way more talented than the Suns.
No, they play way better. They got, but the Suns got
Jrue
more.
Holiday
They
better than
got more
Bradley
over there. They
Beal. Jrue Holiday better
Bro,
than
are you
Bradley
seeing Drew
Beal.
Holiday right now? Are you
And,
seeing
and,
what I'm
okay.
and,
seeing?
and, and
That's
right
as a number.
and right
That's as a
and right
number
now
four,
and right
three,
now
4, 5
and
option.
right now the duo with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is better than Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, hands
Yeah,
down.
and why is that?
No,
Because
because they just
Devin
better.
Booker got that Kobe mentality in him, and he's not giving up the
No,
number
he
one
don't.
spot
No,
to
he don't.
KD.
No, he don't.
Yes, he
I ain't
do.
going that. I ain't going
Yes, he
that
do.
far.
No, he
I ain't going
don't.
that
Devin Booker don't have no damn Kobe mentality, man.
Oh my
Stop
God,
with the
you gotta
Kobe
stop
hate,
the cap.
man.
It's
Stop with the
not hate.
Kobe
It's
hate,
just a
man.
mentality.
Stop with the
It is
Kobe
what it
hate
is.
with them South Pole shirts you still be wearing, man.
What you
Stop with the
mean,
Kobe hate,
man?
man. Stop with the damn
What
Kobe
you
hate,
mean? What you
renegade. You ain't, you,
so
you,
Paul?
ain't, you ain't gotta work for Club Sports every day, man.
What you
Calm your ass
mean?
down, man.
What you triggered or
You
something?
ain't gotta work for clubs, man.
He triggered as hell. I'm saying, what you
Nah, I'm
think?
just
You think
saying
you think Booker man
you
got no
trying to say
Kobe
a
in him?
nigga with no left hand has a Kobe mentality, and he's the
What the
biggest.
what do a
True. We
hand
talk
got to do
about
with a
front runner.
mentality?
When we talk
What
about
do a
front
hand
running,
got to do with a
Devin
mentality?
Booker. Devin Booker is the definition
What
of
do a,
front runner. Devin
what
Booker
do
is
a
the
hand got to
definition of
do with a
front runner.
mentality?
Kobe Bryant wasn't a front runner.
Who cares about that? I'm saying Devin Booker's mentality is to jack the shot
No
up.
one ain't, cause if it was, Devin Booker would be a lockdown defender. Kobe Bryant actually was a lockdown defender,
I
so I
agree with
don't
What?
know
Herm on
about
Who?
that
that,
one.
man.
I agree
Okay,
with Herm.
He was better. Kobe was a better defender, but
Kobe
he
was a better player,
that
period.
doesn't mean that
Period.
Bookham ain't got that Kobe shit
He
in him
don't.
with
He
with
don't.
the shot
He
jacking.
don't.
Yes, he
He
do.
don't.
Yes, he do.
Hey,
He
Yellow,
got
How
that
you?
hole in him.
What are you
They did have
talking
Kobe
about?
though.
Devin Booker
I don't
got
know
that
about
hole in him. That's what he got.
Hey,
He ain't
hey,
got
hold
no
up, hold
Kobe.
up, y'all. Hey, hold up, y'all. We got sturdy in the building, man. What Stur? How you feel? Can the Celtics become the next dynasty?
Hell no. Everything Lamont just said is what they said about Denver last year. Matter of fact, he said the same exact thing about Denver last year
He
when he
sure
did
the
his
hell did.
we did his finals wrap up. So they're the next Spurs. They got this type of player. No team is built like this. No team has this type of level of continuity. He literally said the same exact thing. Literally. And just like the Denver Nuggets, their core is not 30 years old either. He literally said the same exact thing. So no, it's what Herm said. There's so many factors that have nothing to do with the Celtics themselves that play into a team being a dynasty? First of all, like I said, it's
Well,
health.
you're not talking about. Well, you're
About to,
talking
about to,
about
Renegade,
ancillary
about
shit.
to, about to. So like we all know health. Like in 2020 this year, except for the Warriors, every single team did not repeat that one so far this decade. Lost primarily because of health. That's facts.
Eh,
Second thing is too. We
Who cares?
shout out to Sean, always reminding when you win a championship, it breeds the disease of me. So what that means is more role players out to go get better contracts. That's one of the reasons why Denver lost some of their depth. Because what did Bruce Brown do? Because of the success the Nuggets had, he used the opportunity to get a bigger bag. They lost more depth. And they lost Jeff Green because he was just simply old and he moved on. Just like, and that's happened. That's always had
Sound
happened.
like hope.
Another thing is, Renegade, is the fact of the competition. Just like how the Celtics were dealing with injuries, so did the rest of the Eastern Conference. And last time I checked, there are teams that can make themselves better. Like, I don't get this notion, like, you don't have to make grandiose moves to get better, especially in today's era. If you get the right role players, you get the right coach, you get the right system, we've seen teams get better in just this decade alone. So no, I don't think no, it's not hope. I know for a fact Denver isn't done. I know for a fact the Wolves isn't done. And I know for a fact the other teams in the playoffs in the East aren't done. So to say they're going to be a dynasty, but yeah, I definitely know. That's why I'm willing to put
what's going on right
on
now.
it. Yeah, I know right now the series ain't over. So how you can be a dynasty with no chip? That's
I'm saying. I'm not saying it's over right now. I'm saying we know what's going on right now. As of right now.
Exactly. Right now, as of right now,
right now
we
it's
have
not
no
over.
champion. As of right now, we have no champion.
As of right now, we got somebody that's dominating versus somebody that's getting dominated.
As of right now,
that's what you know.
As of right now, it's not over. So last time I checked, as of right now, there is no dynasty in this decade for the reason I just said. The facts I just said.
We're talking about potential.
It has nothing. It has nothing. Exactly. That's what I said. It's the same. I'm trying to finish my take.
You're talking about hoping on a dream shit every step of the way.
I can't finish my fucking take. I say shit about hope.
Injuries is always the caveat, but you're talking about injuries.
No, because injuries is a huge factor that affects every single team.
Because you're hoping on a dream. You gotta do all of that bullshit
that's not a hope. No.
Getting to what we talking about.
I understand you have a listening comprehension problem, but I'm gonna say it slow this time. It is a fact. Every single team that won a championship this decade that did not repeat primarily due to injury. That is a fact.
Okay.
Hold on. The Lakers when they won in 2020, they did not beat the Suns because of what? Brown got hurt.
Okay.
And LaSavage got hurt. Hold on. Okay. Let's keep it going. 2021.
Okay.
2021. The Bucks. You know why the Bucks didn't repeat? Because Chris Middleton went down. That's a factor.
Why are we talking about injuries? Injuries is always the caveat.
Injuries.
What the hell? That's injuries. Doesn't even everybody knows that if you get hurt, you got a lesser chance of winning. So what are we even talking about?
Injuries. I'm literally explaining it because injuries stop dynasties. That's the biggest component to stopping dynasties or preventing dynasties. It's injuries.
Okay, but we understand that.
So you have an injury-prone player like a Kristaps Porzingis, who is a vital player to this team. Yes, you can bring that up.
Okay, so we knew that Jamal Murray was injury-prone last year, and people still said barring injury, they would be back, right?
I didn't say that. You talking to the wrong person.
People did say that. Okay.
No, Lamont said it. People said it.
It doesn't matter who said it. It doesn't matter who said it. People did say it.
Oh, no. Now who said it?
It's always bar.
Which one is it? Which one is it? It doesn't matter who said it. Don't say it. Or the fact that it was said.
That's what the people said. That's what the people said.
Exactly. So exactly, the people said that. People said that Denver Nuggets would be a dynasty last year. They did say that, right?
They said that they had potential to be a dynasty based off of the whooping that they put on the league
so for the now, are they a dynasty? No,
they're not. They're not. And just like they're not a dynasty, the Boston Celtics right now. The fuck?
Exactly. Thank you for proving my point. So
I just want to in the future.
I just want to finish my take with this, dog. Based
off of what they do and how they play.
It has nothing to do.
Like you say, Nothing to do with the actual game.
It's exactly what Herm said earlier before. It's not a slight to Boston at all. It's not a slight to in their talent at all. It's just there's other factors that plays into a team being a dynasty. Even you go out NBA history. Look at the Warriors. The fact they were able to become a dynasty because they lucked up for Steph Curry being injury prone at the beginning of his career. So when they could afford KD, they did because Steph's not on supermax. Another thing, same thing to the Bulls being lucky, the fact that of that time the league wasn't ready or didn't have the contract flexibility to make their team better. Jerry Sloan talked about that all decade. Pat Riley mentioned that when he was on the Knicks. Another thing that plays into it, luck and dynasty, these last dynasty we've seen is the Lakers. The fact that Jerry West traded for Vlade Divac, he was a man on an island. Everyone thought Jerry West was crazy for trading a high schooler for an all-star player like Vlade Divac. So yes, luck does play a lot into dynasty. That's the three most recent dynasty we experienced.
No, we're talking about luck.
That's part of the factors. So when I mentioned luck, situation, and health, it's just a fact that all things have to come in line.
What about the actual game, man?
All those things have to be in line for a team to win. And since we talk about the game from a tactical standpoint, the reason I mentioned the Wolves and the Nuggets before you interrupted me, because those teams are going to remain competitive, and those teams are shown to have advantages over this version of the Celtics. Last time I checked, the two games we saw Denver play, they won those two games. Last time I checked, the games we saw with the Wolves, they split the season series. Both those games were down to the wire. You know what that means when a game? That means both those teams give up matchup problems, because we all know in the playoffs it's more so about matchups than just seeding.
So could Denver still be a dynasty or not?
Just like the Celtics, they have the same amount of chance as the Celtics. I don't think we're going to. I don't think. I don't think we're going to see a dynasty this decade. That's just my opinion.
It's too.
The league is too talented. The timing of the CBA is too good. No, that's what I'm trying to say, Herm. I've been agreeing with you, but like your co-host, just don't let me finish my take.
But you just said that they got just as much of a chance, but you arguing Herm point that you don't see it, but you acting like you see it. Exactly. You're not listening, Renegade. I'm not listening. Both those guys have the same chances, because I don't believe there will be no dynasty this decade. A dynasty, and we have multiple conversations about it. So the chances is no.
A dynasty, the chances are low, extremely low. But you don't. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I had to put a number, yeah, exactly. Like it's not common, bro. It's what Herm. I just want to finish my point with this. I agree with Herm. There's just other factors that's outside of the Boston Celtics control that could go against them and becoming a dynasty. And because of that, I don't think a team in this decade will be a dynasty. I don't think we're going to see it. Not to say Boston won't win again. Not to say the Denver won't win again. Not to say even the Bucks don't win again. But I don't think we'll see a dynasty. And we qualified a dynasty multiple times on this platform. True platform is a dynasty is at least 3 championships within a 5-year window. And I don't see that happening in this decade. This league is too talented. That's it.
We're gonna go with Sean, man. Sean, how you doing, Sean, man? Can the Celtics become a dynasty?
Hey, salute everybody. Obviously all the factors that Sturdy mentioned do factor in. I think what will be interesting now, particularly, is 2 things. One, obviously the new CBA, and our team's willing to continue to spend to retain their top level talent. I think the Celtics right now have proven they're willing to do that, because obviously we know Jason Tatum's getting ready to get a bag this offseason as well. So that's the first thing. I think the second piece of it is there's a great potential that the league is going to expand during this decade and add a couple teams. Well, we know what that tends to do is it tends to, water down, if you will, some of the talent throughout, the league. So can you retain your core, the guys that you believe keep you in contention year in and year out, with the potential of expansion? I don't know if they can be a dynasty. I think obviously when you have the talent of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Porzingis and Derek White, And I'm just naming those 4 guys because I think those 4 guys are really the Celtics core 4. Jrue Holiday, we know he's there, but he's getting up there, obviously. I think the Celtics are going to be in contention as long as those guys are healthy and playing well. But can you be a dynasty? I just think a lot of things do factor in to that. But I think the Celtics are going to definitely be in contention. When you've been to, 6 Eastern Conference Finals since 2018?
Yeah.
So, that means you're in contention to me. So, we'll see. We'll see, what happens. But also, too, this is a year-to-year league, and the 08 Celtics are a great example of that because the year before the Celtics weren't great. They literally made 2 big moves trading for Ray Allen, which, led to the KG trade, and it put them in an entirely different conversation. So it's not past any team to make, a drastic or crazy move and put themselves right in the conversation, in that championship conversation. So that's the nature of the league. And that's why I think it's very hard to predict. But I think definitely the Celtics are a team that's going to be in contention for the next few years.
Okay. Rebranding. So what up, rebranding? How you feel? How do you feel? Can the Celtics become, or can they become the next dynasty?
Can they? Yeah, right. They can become the next dynasty. First, just got to say this series is not over. But I know for the sake of the conversation, yeah, they could become a dynasty. A few things that I've noticed about this organization is a lot of everyone is bought in, right? And they put their egos aside, right? Like Brad Stevens going into the front office, leaving that head coach position, going into the front office, and has brought in some key pieces. He's brought in players that were written off, right? He's brought in, the Derek Whites, the Kristaps Porzingis, the Jrue Holidays, and those guys got something to prove, and you're seeing it, right? They whooping feet right now, man. They're whooping feet. But I think Sturdy, I agree with Sturdy in a sense as well. We don't know what next year will look like injury-wise, right? And then also, like we said, with teams that win, what happens? Other teams try to come and reap through their bench. So if these players, if they can keep this team together, they absolutely have a high chance. But of course, how I want to say this, man, 'cause I want to hate on these niggas right now, but I can't. They, what? I'm gonna go with this. Yes, they can. They can absolutely be a dynasty. But they can get better, but every other team can get better as well. I know y'all talking about the CBA, but that doesn't just affect Boston; it affects every other team as well. So we will see next year. But as of right now, how it looks, this is a great team. Everybody's bought in. They playing hard. Shout out to Jrue Holiday. Shout out to KP. I know he re-aggravated his calf last night, but bro
It
just
was the other
basically
leg.
said
It was right. It was the
it was
right.
the other leg. It was the other leg. Okay, cool.
Right
Yeah,
leg.
he said he'll die out there. So
So he's straight.
he's playing game 3. Yeah, for sure.
But oh yeah, H from the UK, man. Salute to H, man. How can the Celtics become a dynasty, man?
Salute, man. Salute everyone, man. Salute. I think they can. They've got the potential anyway. Like let's not hate really. They've got the potential. However, it's all set upon one, the moves that the league makes also. So let's say potentially the Celtics win because Sturdy is right. It's not over yet. We're saying it's over, but it's not over yet, man. We said that it was over I think when Giannis won the finals as well, when they were 2-0 up. We said it was over then. It's not over yet. But if they do win, the league's going to adapt to how the Celtics are playing. They're going to be, instead of being the hunter, they're going to become the hunted now. So they're going to start playing, looking at their weaknesses and so forth. Then you got to think about the situation with Derek White. Has he signed a contract yet, or is he still a free agent?
No, his contract is he signed to 2025.
Right, okay, then that's good then. So Derek White signed, and I think he's a very important piece. If he was a free agent, I'd be a bit worried, but he's an important piece. Then you've got Jrue Holiday, and you've got Al Horford. They're aging pieces, and they're going to be very hard to replace. I personally think Al Horford's probably been, especially in game one anyway, he was probably one of the most important pieces on the court because he set the tone. He was diving for loose balls, especially at his age, showing a lot of hustle. If he retires, it's going to be a hard piece to replace, especially as a veteran and a locker room guy. And then again, I have to agree with Sturdy also. Even though he doesn't think Denver's a dynasty, I think they can become a dynasty as well. In terms of, we've used the terms like 3 and 5 years as a dynasty. It's one of them. It's a bit fluid. I went with 2 and 5 years, and then having a winning culture. So if you go with the 2 and 5 years, then the Celtics could definitely become a dynasty. But if you're going with 3 and 5 years, that's going to be pretty hard to match. But there's a lot of sorry, go on, bro.
No, my bad. I'm gonna let you finish. I just want to say this: all across sports, a dynasty has always been 3 or more. Like it's never been just 2. It's always been 3. Like even the Patriots, the Warriors. That we look at their dynasty because
the Cowboys, the 49ers.
Yeah, it's always been 3. But I definitely agree with the winning culture. But 3 at a minimum. But go ahead.
Okay, now that's fine. That's fine. Three's fine. I would bend to that as well. I just look at normally like the Miami Heat. Would you say the Miami Heat are not a dynasty because they didn't get 3? But they
they're not a dynasty. No.
Okay, that's cool then. Yeah. But pretty much they're gonna become the hunted, and the league's gonna adapt. I would watch out, especially this year, for the Spurs. The Spurs have 2 draft picks in the top 10. They're gonna make some big moves, and I think that could shape the league. So, yeah, they got the potential. Will they carry it out? It all depends on the nuances of the league. Then you've got the aging players, and then personally, Jason Tatum, as much as I joke about him, is a talented player. But when the games get tight, we've not seen any tight games yet, man. Can he take it to that next level where he's going to be the close? Or you have a specific closer. It don't have to be him, but you have someone who can ice out the games. That's gonna be pivotal. You can have team ball, and they're playing team ball right now. But when the game gets tight, you need someone who's gonna be able to take over the game. And currently, I think that dynamic's missing from the Celtics.
No, it's not though.
Here's the dynamic. But here's the things you're missing though. This is why I think people are too used to the normal, and this is not the Celtics team is not normal. Where they're not reliant on one person. This team is so good. Yes, Jason Tatum is a top 10, top 5 player, whatever the case may be. He's an All-NBA first team caliber player. But when you have a team, regardless, with that being said, you don't have a team that's constructed like this. This is why we having this conversation. Like it or not, y'all. And I said it before. This is like I said before. This team right here is one of the best teams I ever saw. Like it or not, this 5 dudes, 5 all-star caliber players in the starting lineup that can play on both sides of the ball at a high level. That any of those guys that can be a player of the game.
I agree.
Whereas Jason Tatum shot when Celtics are like 5-0 when Tatum shoots 40% from the field or under. You know a team is dangerous where their best player don't have to necessarily play at their best and he's still able to win games. That is dangerous, y'all. That's not normal.
That's what I'm saying. People.
That's like I don't know if y'all ever played in situations where you play against teams where it's like the first player don't have to play well and you getting your behind whooped. That's not a good. Listen, y'all have to understand this, y'all people. That's not normal.
Can I just interject something true to that point? Yeah. Because I saw something earlier I thought was an interesting stat. They said that the Celtics have 5 guys in this series averaging 15 points or more. The last team to do that was the 87 Lakers, who beat the Celtics in that finals. So the balance, I think, probably has to be really, really talked about a little bit more because, again, to that point, Jason Tatum hasn't impacted this series with his scoring. But
he's done it with everything else.
He's done it with everything else. And Jaylen Brown having 19 assists between the 2 of them last night, 12 obviously from Jason Tatum. That tells me he's impacting the game. He's finding ways to to impact the game when his scoring isn't there. So it you know.
And Sean's point too.
We're targeting him, by the way. He's getting doubled. So
yeah,
people talking about the shooting slump that he's in. I'm gonna be real. Like, this team is showing us one thing that I know y'all are so used to the star having to be the one to close it out and the star having to, do the dagger shots and all that. Jason Tatum does not have to do. He does not have to do too much this series.
Yeah, this is team basketball, man. When people
they remind you of the 04 Pistons, how they was team oriented.
Yeah, bro. Like they
don't. Four guys.
I ain't going that far.
No,
I don't
think they as good as them. I'm just saying the similarity.
Way better offense.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
All right.
Now
you gotta stop the cap, bro.
Now we just talking like y'all like the gas that Detroit team. And listen, shout out to that Detroit team, but y'all gotta stop acting like teams can't be better than them older teams that y'all be trying to gas. Like, stop this shit, bro. These Celtics right now are whooping feet.
They ain't better than no damn Detroit Pistons.
We still gonna win it at 6 right now.
Y'all are crazy as hell.
Hold on, True.
They ain't have no match for Sheed.
Hold on, True. What did I tell you yesterday? I said,
what's the match? What's the match?
Y'all are gonna die by the 3, and these niggas shot 25%.
And she great in drop coverage and pick and roll too.
Yeah, but the free ball's been weak by everyone in this.
You know what I'm saying? Like why is it only highlighted on one side for the Celtics? Like, they won in spite of shooting 3. Why can't two things get the truth? Why can't the Celtics won in spite of shooting bad from 3, as well as one of the reasons why the Mavericks lost, because they haven't been shooting well from 3 at all? Why can't two things be true?
It's because the whole narrative. It's because the whole narrative about the Celtics is they live and die by the 3, and they're not dying when going low with the 3. You know what I'm saying?
And plus, let's not forget this too. The Celtics are eliminating things that Mavericks do well. I don't know why y'all trying to act like that's not, like, they're not letting the Mavericks get in the corner 3 or lobs. They had one lob last night with Gafford, right? If I'm not mistaken, they had like one lob last night.
It was Derrick Jones.
They had two. The Derrick Jones and
True. The point is, though, they're eliminating what they're, like you said, like Mavericks.
Yeah, but no one said they did it. No one's saying they did it. I'm just saying, like, that's the problem with the narrative. Like, it's always highlighted on one side. Like, why in today's society there can't be multiple facts?
No, nobody's denying that, but I'm just saying the Celtics are legit taking away what Mavericks do best. And reality, last night the Celtics just missed quality shots. That's what happened.
Hey, little bro, so corny. Go sit your corny ass down somewhere. Wait, never mind. Let's move.
No, I think both missed wide open shots. I think both. Honestly, both teams haven't played their best ball, and there's both adjustments. There's still more adjustments that both teams can't be made. That's why I said, like, seriously, no.
It's over.
All them turnovers that Luka had a lot of turnovers last night. We had how many points did we give up off the turnovers?
Free throws. Jerry Jones,
the free throws are terrible, man.
And PJ Washington hit the 3 that's not in the corner.
Nah, not what I'm saying right now. But
hey,
also,
Renegade.
They did in this playoff run.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Hey, Renegade, what you say about Sean, man?
I said, what? Look at your mess, man. When I'm talking this sturdy nigga, don't bust your mobile out, chest. Look, get your mess, stay your messy ass out this shit, nigga. Get your messy ass out of here, man.
Like Sean can't see it, nigga. Yeah, like
can't see what? Can't see what? What you mean?
If niggas in the private chat, nigga, talking.
What?
What he did?
What? Sean ain't saying nothing about. What you mean? Bro, keep your messy ass out of this, man. When I'm talking to this man in the backstage, man, stay out of this, man. Look at this man, dog. You want to? I mean, I could cook him, but that's in the backstage. I could cook him, though.
You can't cook
wait, Sean. I mean, listen, I don't want to cook Sean. I mean, what? Cook him on what? He didn't. Sean ain't hoping no. What? Cook him on what? Cook them on what, man? Leave it. I'm saying, what's up? What's up? Should I do it? Sean, what's up, man? What you see? Now you about to make me go off and shit.
Turn up, nigga. Turn up, then. Nigga. I want you to turn up. Turn up.
That's funny, man.
Hold on, can we give a shout out to the number one fan, Regina?
Hey,
Locker room,
he tuned in almost every show,
you feel
man.
me? Like shout out to bro, man.
He ain't brushed his teeth yet. He ain't brushed his teeth yet.
Where your big homie Dreamers Pro at, locker room? Where your OG at, homie? Your corny ass on, nigga.
Hey, LeBron, the best player in the world. What will LeBron do in this series?
Well, Dreamers Pro had him because the strippers ain't doing shit. That's why he ain't
really
Dreamers Pro.
For sure. I mean, but we gotta. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Like, I need Kyrie to play better, man. He's reminding me of LeBron in 2011. I need him to play better. He's reminding me of LeBron. You know what I'm saying? That same player that Regina dick sucked for every week, fist fighting women over. That's what I need him not to be LeBron. I need him to show up.
That's a tall tax to ask for. I mean,
all I know, man, is that the media, man, they're rubbing their hands with Kyrie's play right now, man. They can't wait to tear him down.
They about to crush niggas. So listen, this shit
can't
over.
Wait, man.
I told you. Listen, I told y'all this, y'all. I told you they build him up and tear him down.
That's the problem with the media. They don't know how to like. They don't know what happened to the advertising. What happened to the fans?
No, they know what they doing, man. What you mean, man? Come on.
No, like why is it? No, why? Like they always like they can never like have an accurate depiction of a player. They always overhype them, and then they blame the players if it's their fault. They getting overhyped. They don't make any sense.
It's a drive revenue at the end of the day. You have to hype a player, and then the media
fans. Listen, y'all fans and media. Listen. I told y'all this, y'all. Don't sit up here and start blaming Jason Kidd. He need to be fired. I told y'all this. Don't sit up here and say, I told y'all this, bro. And I warned y'all.
No, who's saying that?
No, people gonna be saying. Look, I promise you, people gonna be saying that, bro. I'm telling you, like now, Tim Hardaway Jr. Like I told y'all, like bro, like now.
Well, no, well, people been roasting Tim Hardaway like all season.
I mean. Nah, they said they wasn't allowed like this with it though. They say he was struggling. Now they saying he's completely trash now. Like, yeah, I ain't talking about Mavericks. I'm just talking about generally. If you're
no.
He's just getting clamped. Like what? I mean,
niggas have been calling for Jason Kidd's job all season. Just after that trade, niggas went on a run, and now
they're gonna do it again. Unfortunately.
He's done enough. He's done enough not to lose his job now.
No, I know. I'm just saying. People going to say though. Like I don't listen. I don't think he needs. I don't think he needs to get fired. I'm just saying.
Hey, but locker room, don't be too fast with the front runner, man. When you speak too soon,
this shit ain't over.
When you count the money already, man, that's.
I ain't gonna lie though, man. Some of y'all done made
don't do that. Yeah, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
Hey man, it's going over it though, man.
And also
it's looking bleak though. But it ain't. It definitely ain't over.
For the recording, True. You said this is over.
It's over with.
I agree, Renegade.
It's over with. Yeah. Tom said an hour and 7 minutes over with. Like I don't know where we.
Yeah, and also Jason Kidd did just get a contract extension, so massive contract extension, and Mark Cuban, has pretty much shown he's willing to be patient, with a guy that he thinks has, potential. So,
Sean, Mark Cuban don't have the sole priority of the franchise anymore.
He still got creative. He still got money.
He still do advice. He still give advice.
He still got control for basketball operations.
He still controls basketball operations. Like the guys that own the majority of the team aren't even involved in that. He still has ownership of that. So it's still.
To be honest, I don't know. So my thing is right, like niggas getting smacked around right now. What harm is it gonna do to like go to the bench and see who we can get active? Tim Hardaway Jr.
Rub my hands like Birdman. Rub my hands like Birdman. Rub my hands like Birdman. Listen, man. Put Marquise Morris out there. I dare.
Jason Kidd.
All right, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What do you think about this comment by the good brother? He says Luka is not LeBron. He can't carry Kyrie to a title.
Bro, LeBron
for one, Luka Doncic in his 6th year in the NBA. Did it take LeBron 9 years to actually get his first title? So you kind of gotta give Luka some time. Like we had to give LeBron some time to finally learn to finally understand how to win games and how to come through and be the leader of the team. So you gotta give Luka time like we gave LeBron. It took LeBron 9 damn years. Luka is in his 6th year.
Now he's all good though, man.
Slow down on that.
Action Jackson's all good.
But at the end of the day, you want to know what locker room?
Like the series over.
But I gotta get locker room on this though. You want to know why they doing this comparison stuff? Because y'all been doing it forever with Michael Jordan. So it's only right that LeBron fans gets to get back with Luka. It's only right.
But Herm, it's more so. It's more so the NBA. Like the NBA is the NBA does that. Like they did that with Jordan. Remember, Herm, you remember on times like the Jordan stopper or who's the next Jordan while Jordan was playing. It's a weird thing the NBA like to do. Like they have to, or to big up any player, they have to do some type of comparison. It's lazy.
No, hold on. But
you right started on that.
Hold on. But he said this: Luka missed the playoffs in his 5th season. No other great player missed the playoff in year 5. So they did shut the season. They shut. Yeah, that's an idiotic take. But they shut that shit down last year to try to get a better pick, which they did end up getting Derek Lively out of it. But I mean,
like literally, Jason Kidd said it.
Have an honest conversation. We can have. I want to know, who do y'all think is better at this point in their career? Is it Luka? Is it LeBron? I'm still going with LeBron on this one.
It's still LeBron.
It's because of the defense. Offensively, they're about equal, but defensively, it's a separate.
But Herm, he be your accolade person, right? People forget at this age that Luka is now, that was LeBron in 2009.
Right. And here's the thing.
Like, come on, though. Like,
LeBron was different.
Right.
Like, come on, we remember that, yo.
Right. Here's the thing, too. Forget all that, though, y'all. He said LeBron the best player in the world, and he still had no explanation. He still had no explanation yet. Like he just like you have no
like, NBA wasn't showing no love. Renegade. It wasn't showing no love to Kobe Bean Bryant.
Listen, let Luka.
What you mean? That's my guy. What the fuck?
Renegade. With that being said, hold on, Renegade. So LeBron being your guy, do you think LeBron James the best player in the world still?
No, not right now. No, I mean, he's not the best.
He's not the best player on his team right now. Like,
I mean, you got to.
It happens. He's in year 21, going on 22 now.
This man, so like, nobody made excuses for to see this man.
The nigga's the GOAT, but it's over, bro.
He's not. Yeah, he ain't the best in the league right now.
Hey, but hold on, rebranded just to mess with LeBron fans about this. You guys like to go off stats a lot, right? If you go out the stats,
he's better. He's better, and he's doing. Hold on. Let's go another step, and he's doing it in a tougher conference.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, hey.
Wait. The East was weak in 2009.
Propaganda. Y'all created this propaganda.
I didn't know that. Man. That's new to me. The East was weak in 2009.
Hold on.
I ain't know that.
Sturdy, you do. Hold on, Sturdy. You do stupid shit like this, where you take 1 year when niggas are talking about.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, we're talking about collective? Oh, the stats? Okay.
Yeah, about some shit we not talking about.
But what you mean by collective? Like, what you mean by collective? Like in terms of Luka LeBron, or like what you mean? I'm trying to.
We're talking about just overall, like his run in the East. Y'all went from one point. It was he was doing all this in the Eastern Conference, to now, like to basically now we're talking about Luka doing it in the West. Is the West now tougher than the East was then?
In 2009. I'm going through it now. I don't want
to. Using 1 year.
You just asking. Bro, that what you asked the question. You literally asked, was the West better than it is now than was back then? I'm literally going through back then.
Orlando,
what type of is that?
Orlando.
Like what is that? We branded like I don't know what we're gonna do.
They lost to the White House. They lost to the booty goon led team, man.
Shit crazy. And then it's like LeBron was on it in the weak East. It's like, but he couldn't break through. So what did that say about him? He was getting smacked around in the East.
Hey, locker room. Dwight Howard.
2009.
Dwight Howard is 1-0 all time against LeBron James in the playoffs.
Damn. All right, I'm not gonna cap.
Hey,
I can't. These numbers are wild. I'm not gonna cap. These numbers are wild.
Like we all was sitting back waiting for the Kobe and LeBron finals, and we like, all right, Kobe handled his, and LeBron was getting smacked around.
He let the booty goon put him out.
That nigga was getting smacked around by Michael Petrie.
That's crazy, man.
And Matt Barnes.
That's wild, man. Talking about Luka is Luka at the end of the day.
And he let an and-one player get the ball loose, torch his ass.
Why are you threatening about Luka? Talking about, like, bro, LeBron James is a GOAT tier player.
Man, nigga, LeBron lost to an and-one player, man. I ain't gonna take
you gassing it now. This nigga gassing it now.
He lost an and-one player.
This nigga
That's nasty word, man.
That's funny.
Chief
First
said,
of all, shout out to the legend, man. Shout out to the legend, man.
Kyrie,
we finna just man, Herm. I met Robert Austin, bro. Like we ain't doing that.
Nah, he'll hoop him. He'll hoop him.
Hey man, Sham God. Listen, what's Sham God doing?
Wait for Austin, hoop him, motherfucker.
Yo, shout out to the legend, man.
God on our coaching staff, right?
So yeah, Sham God. I need to see some Sham gods so they can get some separation.
Yeah, I think he's part of your player development.
Yeah, player development. Yeah, listen, I will say this. Last night, it was a point where Kyrie called for the dance with Jalen. Jalen locked that shit up. I was like, Jesus Christ, hold on. Luka missed the playoffs in year 5. He was a great player.
Dwight Powell.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, was frightening.
Locker room, you're smarter than this, bro. Like with these takes, you are starting to sound like your big homie, Dreamers Pro. Like this is idiotic.
That's your only argument.
But Sturdy, you looked at them numbers. That's crazy though, ain't it, Sturdy?
What? But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are you talking about for the playoffs? You talking about up to this point? You talking about for the season? That's what I'm asking.
Now, for us, up to that point, first 6 years of their career.
All right, but Herm, I don't think niggas know how close the numbers are. Like I really think niggas like forgot.
No.
I can remind you if you want.
Hey, but Sturdy, here's the point. I understand how close they are. But the point is, since guys like my brother, the locker room, go off stats and shit, I'm like, shit, Luka got him. So
it's really these playoffs, my nigga. These playoff stats are ridiculous. LeBron was ridiculous, man.
You know what's ridiculous? Saying LeBron James is the best player in the world in 2024. That's ridiculous, bro.
I think he was trolling. I don't think he meant that. I think
he's dead serious.
There's no way that
He's serious to being. He's more serious to being Dreamers Pro big homie, man.
It's the only separator though. It's just that LeBron was just way better defensively. The defense settles the debate. You know what I'm saying? But offensively,
it's impactfully too. That
because he was a better shooter. He was a better facilitator. By the numbers, I'm just saying by the numbers, y'all. Hold on.
No, Herm. There's no numbers for facilitating. There's no numbers
for assists. I mean, for assists.
Because now we'll stop comparing just numbers and start comparing accolades and accomplishment. So now them niggas understand when niggas say it's not all about stats. Y'all boys, man.
Hey, but locker room. If that's the case, then stop comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan. Because Michael Jordan wiping them with the accolades. So stop comparing LeBron James to Michael Jordan. And LeBron almost damn near gonna play 10 more years than Michael Jordan. And he still ain't caught him at accolades. So what that tell you, locker room? Stop comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan. See, we get you in one way. That's how we get you. That's how you get trapped. Right there. We hit you with a player that got LeBron by the numbers. You want to go to accolades. You use the numbers to try to elevate LeBron over Jordan, but Jordan wiping the floor with him with accolades. So what it is, man? What it is, locker room, man?
What it is with you guys like insisting to talk about Gold James?
We just talking about the hypocrisy.
Hold on, y'all.
It doesn't mean that I truly believe that Luka Doncic can hold the light to LeBron James. But
I still got Bron, but it's like we're not gonna act like there's not a conversation that could be. It's still Bron.
But when you got simple-minded fans that like to go off stats, renegade, and you hit him with a player that got him by the numbers. I mean, hey, now you want to include other factors.
Why y'all debating?
When you look at other fans, well, you say LeBron got Jordan by the numbers. It's because of longevity. But man, Jordan killing them in accolades, but you still be heavy on the numbers. So you got to pick, you got to choose, bro.
Right,
but like I tell any fanboy that loves a player, everything matters when it comes to equating greatness. It's not just one particular thing or one particular level of evaluated greatness. But hey, that's
But
me.
here's the thing.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes,
What
sir.
what what Jordan fanatic have you checked on his social media?
Lord have mercy.
Say
No,
that
no, no.
again,
I'm
sir.
asking.
I'm about to
Like
say, like, come on,
what
man.
Jordan fanatic have you checked
Please,
on like
please
on
answer
YouTube?
that.
I really haven't been on a
He ain't
platform.
nah.
No,
Answer
no,
the
no, no.
question, nigga.
I've been for real though. I really haven't been on a platform that's all about Michael Jordan though. So it's kind of hard. I've never had the opportunity to check. I think I did check one Jordan fan one time though on the month. Actually, on
Okay.
the month channel though, I checked the Jordan fan because he was going too far with the shit, and they hit
Yeah,
me
but
with.
but you have been on platform. You've been on multiple platforms where you've seen a fanatic Jordan fan say crazy shit.
No, but here's the thing. Them platforms you talk about, they are Kobe fans. These niggas not Jordan fans. Them niggas really Kobe fans. They'll say Jordan the GOAT, but they really Kobe fanatics. So that's why I'm telling you, I ain't really never been on a platform that's just all about Jordan.
It's the
So
same logic.
I mean, it ain't the same logic because, it ain't the same logic. When it comes to Kobe fans, it's a whole different level of shit, man. It's
That
different
nigga
from
said
Jordan
they had
fans.
Porzingis and Bronson. Porzingis was injury prone. Him and Jason Kidd couldn't figure it out.
And when
And
he brought up
Bronson was not.
Jalen Brunson only
Yeah.
It
played
was
in one.
remember J Kid that wasn't there. It was Rick Carlisle.
Yeah,
Rick Carlisle was the nigga that had KP in the corner.
Jalen Brunson was hurt
J Kidd was there for
the first
the end of it.
year. Jalen Brunson was
The
hurt the
second year,
first year. Then
he
the
was there for
second
second year.
year, the nigga on average 8 points.
Yeah, Porzingis was not. Porzingis didn't hit. He really didn't start turning up for real till he got to Washington.
Yeah, that was
Once he
the
got to
truth.
No,
Washington, he
this
started turning up.
KP problem his whole career has been injuries, dog.
Yeah,
Like that's
no,
what it
for
is.
sure. He said Luka had it easy and still can't win an MVP. Okay, I guess he had
Also,
it easy.
too, hey, we got casual in the building, man.
Yo.
Ask you a question, man. Shout out to
Casual,
casual.
What's
what's
going on?
happening, man?
Hey, what's going on, OG? What's good?
Shout out to casual from the
Man, just
crossover.
trolling a little bit, man.
I see.
Just a little bit.
But you got something you like to talk about, casual, man. We missed you this weekend. We
Hey,
ain't get to chop it
I
up
missed
with you.
y'all. I missed y'all boys. I had to lock in for the lady, and I had
That's none of you
to.
niggas.
Okay, fuck you. I had to I had to lock in for the lady, and I had some work I had to do on the Vanity Sports front. So that's really all I've been locked in on.
That's all right. Oh yeah, so the Celtics.
I
I'm
think,
actually in the
hey,
Celtics.
but I ain't gonna lie.
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
gonna
Yes,
lie.
sir. Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna
Talk
lie.
to me.
That Negro League discussion I missed on Saturday night, I kind of was upset that I missed that discussion, though.
Wow, what you?
Shut your ass
I
up
ain't
and
gonna lie
let
to you. I was
Casual give his take.
nah. I low key was mad because I missed the take about the most whose influence hurt the NBA the most. I think it was something like LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Curry, and Bill Russell. I saw that, and I ain't gonna lie to you. Zeno is chatting. I don't know how. Yeah, Zeno is chatting.
But
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
tell
how
you the
you
truth.
can look at how you can just like be like, nah, it's completely objective. Like who, like no shit. But like at the same time, like everybody can agree that you can say that Michael Jordan hurt the league from the standpoint of I think it was Sturdy that said it. I think he said Michael Jordan hurt the league from the standpoint of his influence sort of made players sort of play in a certain manner. But you could also say that for LeBron, correct?
100% with LeBron.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I think you could say the same
How
for,
did
and
his
I think on
influence
the,
hurt though?
Hey, but y'all, I'm gonna come at an angle though that y'all won't believe that I'm gonna come at. Stephen Curry has done more harm to the game than all of them.
No, and that's why I kind of
I
mentioned
think
Zeno.
I think Sturdy said that.
Yes. Yeah, Zeno
it's
said
not.
Steph didn't have no negative impact. I'm like, it's not Steph Curry's fault, but like even Steph commented himself. He's like, I'm not telling kids to shoot half-court threes. Like
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Real
But they're
talk.
doing it anyway because that's how
they
people
perceive his
perceive his
game.
game.
Yeah, that's how they perceive his
Cause,
game.
cause,
But
cause,
couldn't you make the argument that LeBron and his game, like regardless of what he wants teams or players from the future to take his game as, a lot of people just perceive him as a do-it-all player that sort of shoulders the offensive load, and so that could be a reason why we're seeing a lot of more heliocentric offenses be ran in today's game.
I don't think that's really LeBron's.
Like a player that can rebound, facilitate, score the basketball at an elite rate in some form of fashion. Couldn't you say that LeBron led the way to where the league can now perceive a player like Russell Westbrook who can facilitate, rebound, and score the basketball and think that he can be good enough? The Dallas Mavericks can look at a Luka Doncic and see how he rebounds, play makes, and scores, and think that he can lead an offense on his own. A team like the Houston Rockets to look at a James Harden with the way that he rebounds, play makes, and scores, and think that he can lead an offense. Like, couldn't you say the same thing? A Trae Young with the way that he plays and scores. Like, couldn't you say that LeBron led he was like the player that pushed the league into that realm of where now the league wide, like, teams view certain players and say, oh, you can rebound, you can score, and you can shoot at an above average rate. Let's give you the system.
What do you say to the comment of Oscar Robertson did that, or would you just say that it wasn't?
I don't think it was to the degree of LeBron, because ultimately, I think the versatility on the defensive front, and I think that that's something that the league at the time of Oscar Robinson may have had, but it wasn't many players like Oscar Robinson. And then in the 80s and 90s, it was such a dominant big league that even if you did have a player that could be able to do that, like an Elgin Baylor in the 70s, in the 60s and 70s, it didn't leave much reason for you to give him the keys to the car when you had a Kareem, when you had a Willis Reed, they were just more impactful. And so it didn't leave much of a reason for you to go to those guys. But in today's game, it leaves more reason for you to be able to believe that a James Harden, a Russell Westbrook, a Trae Young, a Luka Doncic could be able to be your everything for your entire system, because it's not that many bigs. Like, you got Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Davis, and then, like, the list starts to get a little thin.
Now, to be honest, though, I wouldn't blame that on LeBron for the simple fact that Michael Jordan actually did that before LeBron for a while. It just didn't win. The thing what's LeBron's been able to maximize is that he's been able to blend his overall, or his versatility, with elite spacing and 3-point shooting. I think that's been the difference. But we've always had heliocentric players throughout the NBA. They've always existed.
But I'm saying to this degrry, like, I'm saying
there's a direct correlation, and that's why me and Sean were talking about this, because I don't think it should never be resolved to one player. I think it should be resolved to the player as well as the team that build around that player. So the real influence of today's league is actually the Miami Heat on how they built around LeBron. Yeah. And so we were saying that because Bosh was one of the first forwards that operate from the pivot to transform to his game to be a stretch five.
Yeah.
On top of LeBron being that hitless, on top of LeBron, the offense and everything running through him. And since the Heat, literally last 10 years, there's a direct correlation of the Heat winning championships. And from then on, there's been the number of forwards and guards that average 25 and 5 has nearly doubled across the league. And so what it is Ms. Simmons or Casual saying, it's not just LeBron's style of play, it's also the situation that he was in that allowed him to optimize that style of play. And that's the copycat factor of the league. The league don't take in the nuances of that player. They're taking the surface level of how that player was perceived. And that's why so many guards came out and said it, like Stephon Marbury, AI, Gilbert, Kobe. All these guys want to be scored first because that's all they saw Jordan as. But in reality, Jordan operating within the system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a combination of both. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a combination.
Y'all giving Bron, even with the player empowerment thing that I think was brought up the other day, is can we give that to LeBron, or do we get it to Oscar?
No, that's definitely LeBron. That's definitely LeBron.
No, that's what
hold on. But no,
it's really Oscar Robertson. It's Oscar Robertson.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
Okay.
So when I talk about Oscar Robertson, then we gotta go back and his fight with the NBA, right?
Okay.
And I think where Oscar Robertson eliminated the what does it say here? Option or reserve clause in the NBA's uniform player contract, which bound a player to one team for life at the team's option, and was the first step towards unrestricted free agency in the NBA. So if we're talking about player empowerment, what's more empowering than allowing a player to choose where he plays at? And Oscar Robertson did that before LeBron. I know y'all want to give LeBron credit, and well, a lot of people want to give him blame for the player empowerment, but it wasn't LeBron. But shout
I
out to LeBron.
mean, wait. Is that directed towards what me and Sturdy was talking about, or is that like to like
No,
a
I'm just
different
saying.
angle?
No. I'm just saying. Period. Because it was made that because we're still talking about a conversation that happened Saturday on the crossover, and I'm just saying that argument was made up there, and that's
Oh,
why
okay.
I want to give like insight to Oscar Robertson. He needs a little bit more credit than what he's been given.
Oh yeah. Oscar
For sure.
Robertson. No. What I think what me and Sturdy correct me if I'm wrong on your stance, but what I believe is when it came to Oscar Robertson, even though Oscar Robertson was an anomaly, and much like the LeBrons, the Russell Westbrooks, he was like far ahead of his time as far as what he provided on like a multitude of different categories, as far as rebounding, being the primary playmaker while also being your primary scorer. Like those things were like rare at that time. But would you say that you would prefer an Oscar Robertson led like team over, let's say at that time, a Bill Russell led team with his defense, his rebounding, his playmaking, being able to push the pace? Like, would you say that you would prefer that over the impact that he was providing? Would you say that you prefer that over Wilt with his defense, his rebounding, his scoring ability? Would you say that you would much rather that, or even like I would say that like outside of like about three or four people, like there was like very there were very seldom reasons for you to ask for Oscar Robertson over someone else. Whereas we live in an area now where outside of Joel Embiid and Jokic and Anthony Davis, probably every other position, every other like category, I mean, every other player, you would not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, and Giannis. I'm sorry, shout out Giannis, my Bucks team. You would not take over a Shea. You would not take over a Luka Doncic. You wouldn't take over a Stephen Curry. You wouldn't take over a LeBron James still. You wouldn't take over a Jason Tatum. So like, even with like those do it all like players that we could mention before LeBron, it wasn't in an era that would provide reason for you to take them over a big.
Oh yeah, because you're still gonna take a big back in the day, right? Like,
yes.
You're still gonna take that dominant big over.
I don't think that change that change you've correlated, that's not due down to, how can I say, a player per se. That's down to the rule changes. The rule changes have allowed now the guards to have more of an impact to the game. I believe it was Shaquille O'Neal was talking about on one of his podcasts, and he always says it. He's the last big. He's the last big because during his era, that's when the rule changes actually were implemented, and then it moved to a more perimeter game, which allowed the players that you just mentioned to have more of an impact on the game. So
Agreed.
I think that part's down to really a lot of. I think it alludes to what Sturdy was saying. I personally believe a lot of the influences what have been had on the league, it's not really down to a player per se.
It's not.
The leagues use the face to push it, but really the league's been the unseen hand making these changes all along.
The rules change. The rule changes. The teams that have been organized around those, those specific players with those skill sets, all played the biggest hand in all of this happening. What I'm saying is just when it comes to LeBron did it at a level that like even Oscar Robertson wasn't able to do because the rules allow him to, and the team constructed on, especially like post 2010, have been allowed to maximize who he is as a player with his rebounding, facilitating, and scoring. That's what I'm saying.
And Odo, I'm gonna let Sean go. I'm gonna let Sean go. But hey, like I said, shout out to the new subscribers. Dooley, what is it? Dulio Sarariva. Hey, Sarariva. I think it's Sarariva. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So appreciate
Duilio Saraiva.
Shout out to Molly, bro. I'm just keep it simple.
Molly. Shout out to Molly. those new subscribers. Like I said, keep hitting that like button, subscribe buttons. You know what I mean? Share this. You know what I mean? All that case may be. What are you about to say, Sean?
Well, I just wanted to just say two quick things. One, people talk about the Oscar Robertson rule, and that was a big part of free agency. But also, people have to give their props to Spencer Haywood because he was the one who, along with the Sonics owner, filed the antitrust suit against the NBA in 1970. That really helped open up a lot of the doors that we saw come later on. So if you don't know Spencer Haywood's story, please, look it up. Also, I wanted to respond to Brandon Katz. Brandon Katz said in the chat that Kareem was the first superstar in their prime to force their way to another team. That's not true. Earl Monroe did it before him. Chamberlain did it before him.
I'm about to say, didn't Wilt do it like twice?
Wilt did it twice.
Hold on, let him cook. Hold on, ISO, let him cook.
Yeah, so it's this has gone on before. It just wasn't always public. It played out generally behind the scenes. So when Earl Monroe got to the Knicks, he didn't even have the Knicks on his radar. He wanted to be traded to the Lakers or to the Sixers. So this has gone on for a very long time. Kareem was not the first. This happens all the time. It happened long before Kareem. That's all.
He's playing semantics. He's playing semantics. He's saying Earl Monroe was not on Kareem's level, but Wilt was.
Wait.
But Wilt was.
Wait.
Earl Monroe.
Hold on. Earl Monroe was a superstar. He was 26 points a game in 1969. So we're not gonna sit there and act like he wasn't on.
He was one of the best guards.
Well, but it was, but like the levels in which Kareem on with his impact.
Tell
the Pearl.
Earl Monroe
The Pearl.
A superstar.
He was a superstar, but would you say he was to the level of Kareem?
But nobody's arguing the level,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Brandon is playing semantics, even if you don't think Earl Malone, Wilt was.
Yeah, but
unquestioned.
A lot of people don't know Earl Monroe was the original KD move. Like a lot of people know the Bullets and the Knicks
call that man
rivalry.
Jesus.
Yeah, like they had a huge rivalry. They had a huge rivalry in the 70s. But after I think the second loss to the Knicks, Earl Malone demanded a trade. He actually talked to Walt. It was like, I'm willing to take a lesser role on the team for the sake of helping the team win. And that's why he forced the situation out of the Bullets to get traded to the Knicks.
Yeah, and then but Brandon is talking about, we never made the argument of or a superstar, anything like that. We're just saying the player empowerment, and we're saying a player that maybe push for player empowerment. It doesn't have to be on the level of someone else. You're playing semantics right there, like, so that's why.
I do want to talk. Hey, RP to Josh Maverick. That RP to him, son of Pete Maverick, Pistol Pete. He passed away, I think yesterday. I'm not mistaken. 42 years old. That's crazy. Like I said, Pistol Pete. He died at 40, so that's crazy.
He predicted his death though, Pistol Pete.
Yeah, but it's still sad though. Also, too, shout out to Adam John, RP to Chet Walker.
Yes, for real, MC. That's crazy. I prefer him as an assistant coach.
Oh, that's good.
I prefer him as an assistant coach. He's a great. I think he brings philosophies defensively to the Bucks that could make us actually seem far more like consistent. Yeah, he would help with high. Yeah, he was with us in that defense. And you want to talk about a team that relied heavily on a defensive impact and versatility. 2021 Bucks. Because our offense was like, it would have nasty moments, and I mean nasty moments.
But to respond to what Brandon said, it's not so much you did it first, it's a matter of like, because let's be honest, nothing's done for the first time, but it's more so the timing of history needs to be in your fortunate players to have the bigger impact. So when LeBron gets labeled a player empowerment, no one's saying he was the first guy to do something that empowered the players. People are saying he had the biggest ripple effect due to the time he did it and the way he did it and the effect it had on the league. To be honest with you, this CBA is like this is because of how the Miami Heat built their championship roster. All three guys like took marginal pay cuts to like get those three guys were high caliber players who took marginal pay cuts be on the same team, and in addition to that, they was able to maintain that competitiveness by getting high quality role players for the cheap. The NBA was like, nah, we can't let that go on going forward. That's why a lot of people know the CBA gets worked on every decade. Like it's not a immediate thing. Like we're going to change this next season. Nah, they work on these terms of negotiations for at least a decade.
Hey, so let me casual. So
Yo, what's good, gang?
we're talking about can the Celtics be a dynasty? Even though the series isn't over, can the Celtics be a dynasty? And then the second part of that question, are you taking the 24 Celtics or the 08 Celtics? Which team is better? Which team is deeper?
Oh, I didn't even get to answer that question. Let's have
To the first question, I'm not. To the first question, can it be a dynasty? I guess sure. I don't know. They could have been a dynasty by now, but I mean, if they would have won 2022, not voted against the Heat in 2023. We're not gonna have this conversation. They're here now, and they look like they're primed to win a championship now. So I'm just gonna leave that there. To the second question, damn, that's a good ass question. I'm gonna lean with the Celtics in 2024 because they do have some form of rim protection. They're versatile as hell on the perimeter, and they do have stretches like
shooters.
They have stretches where when Derek White and Jrue Holiday and Jaylen Brown are converting their threes at like just an average rate, their offense seems like unstoppable. Like I'm watching them in game one where like they were struggling from three in the beginning, but once they got hot and they finally started to get into their rhythm, it was no stopping them. I'm talking free reign around the rim. Kristaps post-ups looking just as elite as they did in the regular season. Jason Tatum finally started knocking down his little step back three, 6'10" Harden. Yeah, I would just have to ride with the Boston Celtics in 2024, especially understanding that Celtics team in 08, like people don't talk about it as elite, and I mean elite as they were defensively. Offensively, they had moments where like, yeah, I'm taking the Celtics offense when you have Derek White, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum over an offense that's relying on Paul Pierce. I'm sorry.
I said that 08 team,
I'm sorry.
I said the 08 team was top heavy. Do you agree?
No, they were deep.
No, I don't agree at all. Hell no, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so like the reason why that 08 team was better, one of the reasons why, because of depth. Like, let's not forget about Eddie House, Blake Grace, Posey, Tony Allen, like bro, like that team. Sam barely played, but he was a good veteran. But like Leon Poe, like that team was
deep as hell. But
if you don't believe me, Rondo had a podcast, I think, with Shaq, and he was describing how intense those practices were with the starting lineup in the fifth unit. Like they were going back and forth all year, and that made them only better. In another comparison in contrast to the 24 Celtics, in my opinion, the 08 Celtics better the offensive team, better rebounding team, more depth, and let's get nasty, better IQ. That always people forget. I remember the OTAs from that 08 team. That shit was nasty. Like when it was a timeout, you knew that play was going to work some way, some form. And you talking about versatility in terms of entry and in terms of defense for the 24 Celtics. That 08 Celtics had versatility in terms of execution because you had not only Rondo that can initiate the offense, but Paul Pierce, KG, and at times Ray Allen can initiate the offense too. So that's what made the OTAs dangerous. Like they would literally go in the huddles and timeouts like, all right, we have options of who we want the draw to play for. We're gonna have Ray Allen come up and pin down the weak side, or we have Paul Pierce come down the weak side, or we have KG do an intro to for a post play, and then we have one option off that. Like I give
game series. Who do you take?
I'm taking the 08 Celtics.
Y'all boys.
My whole thing, what you said though, like you said two things that's been.
I said three things.
No, you said no. Well, I didn't say you only said three things, but I mean the point is though, you said two things though that was kind of irrelevant when it comes to winning the championship.
Rebounding and defense. Rebounding defense is relevant.
So now you said more. So that's the only thing you said.
No, I said rebounding. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Rebounding, defense, depth, rebounding, defense, depth, and OTAs.
No,
That's what I said.
You said more than that. Because at the end of the day, you've been critical about the IQ of the Celtics all year. Survey says though that have it though.
What?
We admit. So you said Dallas was a better high IQ team, correct?
Yep, I still stand on that.
With that being said, it's a big possibility they get swept or losing 5 games.
That don't mean you're a better IQ team because you get swept.
No. I'm telling you, this is irrelevant. That's what I'm like. You could be better at something, and it doesn't really matter.
And still lose.
Like that's
why I didn't mention one thing they were better in. I named like really 4 or 5 things.
There's the other thing too. Like when it comes to defense, and then initiating the offense. First of all, you have multiple people on the Celtics that initiate the offense. For one,
I didn't say they didn't.
I'm just saying you made it seem like it wasn't. Although too,
I was explaining more in depth how that OTAs was deadly. That's what I meant by the initiation of offense.
Also too, there's 2 about each other with a bad shooting team. I wouldn't say that go that far, but also too, I mean, the Celtics. Listen, the one thing, that 08 team was deeper per se. But that being said, too, people have been critical of the Celtics' depth all season long. With that being said, look where they at, and look how many. I mean, that's my point of being that's irrelevant when it comes to who's the better team. When you
wait. Why is depth irrelevant? Why is depth irrelevant?
No, I'm not saying it's irrelevant at all. No,
the 24 Celtics.
But the point is though, because it doesn't matter. You could be a deeper team, don't make you a better team. Like all I'm saying is,
why you taking each point as an isolation? It's a combination of all the points. That's why I said it.
It's a combination of things that regardless of whether the flaws that you may think Celtics may have or don't have, what case may be, they legit have overcome it because of the greatness they do have. You get what I'm saying?
This true. You put this is a hypothetical compare contrast, dog.
Also,
that's all this is. Like you saying, like because the 08 Celtics overcame adversity. No, because the 08 overcame adversity too. Like that's kind of irrelevant to this hypothetical conversation.
What adversity did they? What adversity did they overcome compared to the Celtics?
The 08 Celtics. They were all those series they was competitive in the East against the Cavs and the Hawks, I believe. I'm not one of these people that say, oh, you have to be down in a crazy degree to experience adversity. Adversity just is adversity. Adversity is anything that's not going according to plan. I believe they didn't win. I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think they won like 1 game on the road during that playoff run in the East.
That's terrible.
I could be wrong. But that's that's one of the. That's irrelevant. But no, I'm saying adversity is not.
Unless you're saying that's adversity. Unless you're saying that's adversity.
That's adversity. Yeah.
No, adversity is anything that doesn't go according to plan.
Yeah. That's adversity. Couldn't you argue that a large reason for like those type of adversity, like that example you use, could be like a self-inflicted adversity that you like put upon yourself? Because I personally, I'm of the feeling that when it came to the Celtics, especially in the postseason, up until the point that they went up against the Lakers, the main struggle that they were having was that they were going against offenses that they were just struggling to keep up with. They would have like stretches where offensively, if it wasn't Ray Allen's off-ball 3-point shooting or Paul Pierce's creation on the perimeter, like they were pretty much or Kevin Garnett's rim presence, like they were pretty much like going to struggle. I think outside of like Eddie House coming off of the bench, everybody else was like a perimeter liability.
Yeah, but we can say this.
But we're not talking
24. We can say this about this 24 Celtics team, right? They faced adversity this year, right? They lost Porzingis, 20 points per game. They lost that. So can we count that as adversity?
Yes, any adversity is anything that happens negative that's not going according to plan.
I guess you could, but Chris, the thing about it, I'm saying, are we saying what are we saying as far as like, especially with your point? I'm asking Brandon right now, Sturdy. What is your point with like them being without Chris Hobbs? Like what like, because I would like to think that what we're talking about, we're saying they're full strength, right?
No. So what I'm saying is adversity, right? Like since y'all talking about it, would you say that? And Tru, help me out. What did Kristaps average this year? Was it 20 points?
20 points a game.
20 points. So would y'all say that it's adversity with them losing their 20
point per game score?
Yeah,
And
20
inside
points per game
presence and the
scorer
inside
in the first
presence.
Yeah.
And
Anytime,
another
bro.
inside
Anytime,
presence.
despite the
adversity, right?
team's success,
And that's
anytime
adversity.
something negative happens, that's not according to plan. That's adversity.
Right, hold on, but Sturdy, two casuals point, they can't control an injury, but you can control playing bad. You can control that. So I would argue that this team has faced more adversity than that 08 team did.
I just feel
That's up to interpretation, but that's why I'm not trying to bring up adversity. I'm just trying to bring up what are the teams good at, what are the teams bad at, and then compare contrast.
I mean,
I didn't bring up situation all
okay.
the
Okay. Go ahead. True.
And the 2024 Celtics team is more balanced than that 08 team.
We agree to disagree.
I agree because I think whatever you think that Rajon Rondo is providing with playmaking and even his defense, which I don't feel like Rondo really went into his defensive bag until 2009, the year after. I think 2008. I think that was KG. That was Tony Allen. Like that was their year of holding it down for the Boston Celtics defense, especially on the perimeter. When it comes to the Boston Celtics, in like right now, they legit have 4 dudes that they're like that they can rely on any given night to give like non-stop pressure on the perimeter. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jrue Holiday, Derek White have been stout this entire postseason. They've been taking turns.
I see one of their white boys clamped up Kyrie last night.
You talking about Peyton Pritchard? You talking about Peyton Pritchard? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on now. Come on now. Peyton,
he played good defense. He played good defense though. He played good defense.
He playing solid defense for the most part, but it's on small sample size. Come on, True. Come on, let's not be nasty.
Let's not be nasty, True. Hold up. And small sample sizes are important because that's what makes you.
I agree. No, I agree.
It makes you.
I agree, but then that leads to question. That leads to question. For as deep as the Celtics in 08 are, which I acknowledge, 30.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But how big of a margin are they gonna make on the defensive end when they come in, compared to what the Boston Celtics starting lineup offensively is producing from the get-go? Like I'm talking, they legit have 5 players that are floor spacers and versatile defenders. No, well, I'm saying 5. I'm saying 5 in the starting lineup. Yeah, the entire 5 are versatile scorers while also giving you like a net positive defensively. Whereas an argument can be made outside of playmaking, especially around that time. Rondo wasn't giving you much. Ray Allen wasn't the same player that he was in Seattle. He was mainly benefiting off of off-ball play, and actually the Celtics this season has proven that they're actually one of the better off-ball defensive units.
We're still trying to find out who we can target on their defense. We still haven't cracked that. We're
Find out, the
weak link. They switching, and the guy
Kendrick Perkins gonna be on
versus the Celtics, who argument can be made, even though versus the Boston Celtics, who, even though I acknowledge Kevin Garnett was in his defensive bag that year, argument can be made that Jaylen Brown this postseason has proven that he is fully willing to take advantage of any mismatch that he can create. You see what he's doing against Luka, and then when he sees Kyrie Irving, and then when he saw Kyrie on him, what did he do? He immediately went into the post, and that's a player that, especially at that time, was bigger than Rondo, who's 6'1", and he hadn't even grown into his NBA body yet because that was like his second year. So Jaylen Brown is taking advantage of that on like a multiple amount of occasions.
Let me ask y'all really quick, because we always had conversations about Jason Tatum being in the top 10. There's a conversation, right? People that want to put him in the top 10. If the Celtics pulls this off, if Jaylen Brown ends up winning the MVP, do we start to have a conversation about Jaylen Brown potentially being in that top 10?
Hell no.
Heavens no.
He's not.
Heavens no.
But I will say this:
he ain't gonna be in the top 15 either. True, stop.
Hold up.
Honorable mentions.
It won't be no honorable mentions.
Hold up. Him being in the conversation of top 15, that's definitely possible. The running.
Hell no.
How
okay,
though?
So
Off the run,
because the top 15 features an Anthony Edwards.
Because unlike ESPN, we're not going to just boost up players because of the team winning.
That's not what I'm.
That's literally what Rick Brandon just said. If the team
Hold
wins
on, 30,
and he gets Finals MVP,
30, True. Go ahead.
So we're going to ignore, forget about the wins and losses. We're talking about the play on the court. We can't deny this man what he's been doing all year. The fact that he was, let's be honest, he was in the All-NBA third team last year. We all felt though we did an episode, we got snubbed this year, and mind you, he uplifted his play in the playoffs. All I said was top 15 conversation. That's all I said. I said top 15 conversation. That's all I said.
There is no conversation because there's bare minimum 15 niggas better than him. No question.
It's 20 niggas.
It's really not no question though. It's really not a lot of players.
Zero question.
It's really not. It's really not.
Let Sean get in there. Go ahead, Sean.
Why does it really matter?
Who's he? I think he's asking at the start.
Yeah, about the top conversation. Why does it really matter?
So why does it really matter? What?
No, I think that's Brandon's question.
No,
Brandon
okay.
posed that question.
Sean, Sean, to that, right? To me, it matters because when we're talking about status of players, right? Like y'all know, this is barbershop talk, right? So when we are starting to talk about top 10s, top 15s, top 25s, I'm looking at what I'm seeing with my eyes of the play of Jaylen Brown, and I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the most that I've really gotten to see him just really in his mode, right? And I'm asking, is he, with his play on the defensive end, the offensive end, is he somebody that we can, that deserves to be in that honorable mentions of a top 10, right? Which means the top 15. And if y'all...
No. The reason why, no.
Let Sean, go ahead, Sean.
No, the reason why I asked Brandon, I understand the barbershop nature of the conversation. But the problem is it's incredibly subjective, right? There's no way to truly say, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm not sure it really matters. At the end of the day, I think everybody who watches basketball, regardless of who you're a fan of, understands the value of Jaylen Brown, particularly on that Boston Celtics team. Because I think about the 1 year he was not there in the playoffs, what happened to them in the playoffs. Sorry, Tru. We know what happened in 2021. It was not good. They were missing him badly. So his value, I think, besides the fact that the growth of his game and the fact that the only area where I think, again, there's a major gap, and I say major gap between him and Tatum is the playmaking. But even then, he's not a terrible playmaker. He's just not the playmaker at the same level of Tatum. Hold on, he's
gotten better. He's gotten better is
my point.
He's gotten better. He's gotten better.
Is he ever gonna be an 8 or 9 assist a game? God, no. But he's gotten better.
But is he? But Sean, let me ask you.
Sturdy. On a scale of 1 to 10, what you ranking Jaylen Brown's playmaking?
Don't put me in this. He's trying to have a respectable. He's trying to have a respectable conversation with Sean. He's trying to have a respectable conversation with Sean. Let that man continue his respectable conversation. I ain't trying to do this, man. It's Monday. Did you see that bull? Yo, Kaz was trying to make me do nasty stuff.
Yeah, but
I ain't trying to do that.
The point is this though. Like it or not, I warned y'all. Like it or not, you will have to respect it. I warned y'all. At the end of the day, it won't listen. When it's all said and done, everybody gonna have to show respect. Everybody got to show the love.
Well, you can show respect.
You can show respect while also not overrating.
You can show respect.
It's not overrated.
It's not disrespect. It's not disrespect. It's not disrespectful. You say a player is not top 15. That's not disrespectful.
Yeah, because the point is though, y'all, because a lot of people, including you, Sturdy, said that you didn't think he could be on this level. So don't simply move.
Hold on. Why don't you go to your last stream and actually play what the hell I said?
I don't care. I don't care what you said last stream. I'm talking about period. You had no choice. The point is this:
on your stream. Wrong. Now we're gonna move on your stream. On your stream. Multiple times, I acknowledge how great, how good Jaylen Brown is, and I keep saying this shit over and over. And you can show respect. The problem is it's the comparisons. People don't know how to tell how great a player is without comparison, because when they do the comparison, you get stuff like this. I understand rebranding. I understand rebranding and True's. I understand rebranding and True's idea and premise. we've seen Jaylen Brown go from an 80 to an 89 overall. But just because he broke from that, don't make him in the 90-95.
Hold on.
So
Yeah,
it's being,
I want to, and I want to hear.
hold on,
Yeah,
I'm gonna land it here. Rebrand it. I'm gonna land it right here. Because being ranked amongst your peers isn't just about how well you play. It's in contrast to how your peers are playing too.
And I want to hear. Hold on, Brennan. I just want to say. I just want to say something.
Look, AE got hold up. AE got cooked by Kyrie last round, and you see what Jaylen Brown doing to Kyrie this round.
Right.
And AE's still better than Jaylen Brown.
And Anthony Edwards is still better than Jaylen Brown. But either way,
number one. This was a number two. This one showing out. This one not. So what you talking about? This is first year doing anything. AE didn't, and this one been doing it for years. So what you talking about?
So you just haven't been watching Timberwolves basketball for the past 2 years.
What you mean? What you mean? He has not been. He has not been going on. He has not been going on longer or more than Jaylen Brown. No, he has not.
We're talking about who is better right now. So right now, what happened in the past 2 or 3 years is irrelevant because I think.
What about 2 or 3 weeks? What about 2 or 3 days?
What about this entire regular season? What about this entire postseason?
We just stick to the playoffs.
What you mean?
Both. Like we stick with both. He been playing better than Jaylen Brown even in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What about the postseason?
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That man legit had name me a bad game. Hold on. Name me a bad game. Hold on.
Sturdy. Did you see Sturdy? Did you see what Tru did? You saw what Tru did? Did you see that goalpost being moved?
Hold on.
Did you see that?
Bad game. Okay, since you said no, Sturdy said that he played a better player than Jaylen Brown, which is an absolute lie. Name me a bad game. Like what we talking about? What are you saying? Like
Anthony Edwards' first 2 games against us, he was the reason we won.
Like why y'all lie? Y'all glazing Anthony Edwards for no reason. Y'all be glazing him for no
reason. Bro, and this is how idiotic this whole conversation. You know what? I'm not entertaining this conversation. I'm not entertaining because we're gonna act like the team that's designed for Anthony Edwards doesn't not showcase his flaws under the right circumstances.
There we go.
Like, we're gonna act like Jaylen Brown isn't in the perfect. Are we acting like Jaylen Brown are in a situation to where his flaws can be masqueraded? Like we're acting like
what that is a goalpost move, huh?
That's a goalpost move, right? Yeah.
How is that a goal? How is that a goalpost move? We're acknowledging.
I don't know. When we get to these numbers, I don't know. It seems pretty.
They don't look like they don't really seem like they don't.
What numbers?
The numbers for this goddamn play. The numbers for these playoffs, Tru. No, a matter of fact, fuck that. I'm gonna drop. No, it's in the link. It's in the back chat, nigga. I'm gonna give it to you right now, nigga. Show the world, nigga. Show the world, nigga.
Show the world.
When you comparing how them two play.
No, it's Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown and it's Jaylen Brown and A's playoff stats for this fucking playoff run, nigga. Show the fucking world, nigga.
All right.
The Celtics got
niggas are being
no, because like what Casual said, but they said it's the goalpost move. If this nigga put up just enough, it's not better fucking production as the primary fucking focus of the defense, what the fuck does that tell you?
Language.
What you mean?
That's why you know you lying. That's why you mad. That's why you cussing mad. Because first of all, so you try to tell me your dude the second option averaging Jaylen Brown averaging 25 points per game as the second option and averaging 27 in the playoffs and shooting the high.
He averaged 28, dummy. He averaged 28.77. He averaged 28.
Still ain't enough.
28.77. What are you talking about?
How did you round down?
What are you talking about?
True. Get up, True.
That still ain't enough.
That still ain't enough.
No. It's better than 25, 6, and 3.
What about that defense,
what the fuck
though?
you talking about?
Hold on, time out.
Oh, we acting like Anthony Edwards didn't play at an all defensive level this entire post. Okay, buddy.
He got cooked by the nigga that's cooking him. He got cooked by the nigga that Jaylen Brown is cooking.
This is crazy, bro. Niggas is chatting, bro.
What you heard what AE said after game 1? Took his confidence away. Kyrie. That's what Kyrie did.
There's no way.
What you talking about? Yeah, last night Kyrie can't get nowhere against Jaylen Brown. Big old wall on him.
Talk about it, man. Come on, man.
Like, stop this, bro.
That's worth 3 points,
I
nigga. And he a number 2 option. So what you could make the argument. What the fuck? I mean, goddamn.
This is crazy goalpost moving, bro. This is crazy because hold on. And it's you know what? 30. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? The fact that they're trying to argue that Jaylen Brown, a player that was on a team that no, you're chatting. They're acting like a team that had Jaylen Brown on a team that was fully healthy for the most part, was without Kristaps Porzingis, but went up against the Miami Heat, went up against the Cleveland Cavaliers, went up against the Indiana Pacers, who didn't have their star player at least healthy, let alone on the court for most of those situations. They're comparing him. No, cool. They're cool. You can go right after me. You can go right after me, True. You can go right after me, True. But they're trying to compare him to Anthony Edwards, who's going up against much stiffer competition, healthy competition at that, while having a much heavier offensive load on himself, and he was still able to be more efficient, a better playmaker, while also playing on the same, if not a higher defensive level. You tell me what that sounds like. That sounds like BS.
It wasn't on the same level defensively at all.
Okay.
I'm about to be nasty because you mentioned talent. Hold on. Now I'm about to be nasty because you mentioned talent. They don't confer. This doesn't apply to you, Casual. This applies to somebody, our co-host on the crossover.
Okay.
Cool. I ain't not Herm. Calm down, Herm. Calm down, Herm. Wait, calm down.
I show.
Calm down. I wasn't the one saying Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels better than Jrue Holiday and Derek White. So clearly he has help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that ain't towards me. I know that ain't towards me. I know that ain't towards me.
30 on your team, your tag team partner said that. So what does he clearly has enough?
I didn't say that shit. Stop lying, my nigga. I didn't say that. I said there was better defenders. Stop lying, my nigga.
But he just said that. Didn't he?
No, he said better players.
I can't tell.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you. Okay, with that being said, 30. Okay, I'm gonna let you.
No, Rebrandon. I'm not gonna lie and say you said something like you did.
So, but who's defending the Mavs better?
To be fair, the beef. That's a good point too.
But no. It's not a good point because the Boston Celtics. True. What have we been talking about since before the NBA Finals even started?
It might get him a chip.
What have we been talking about since the? What have we been talking about? True. What have we been talking about since before the NBA Finals even started? Have we not been talking about how versatile, how stout and disciplined Okay. Compared to the Timberwolves, you have Jaden McDaniels, you have Anthony Edwards. I think Mike Conley is a solid defender at this stage of his career, but he's not. He doesn't have the size of Jrue Holiday or Derek White. So like, what are we saying here? The perimeter defense, what that they're providing is just different.
Right, and I'm saying, listen, all I'm saying
and Derek White on PEDs.
Hey, you know he baller. Hey, you know Celtics at 4. This man
hey, prove it.
Celtics at 4 on PEDs is crazy.
Prove it.
Yeah, you Herm win the bank.
You gonna have to prove it, Herm.
This nigga Herm stupid, bro.
Herm is crazy, bro. I can't, bro.
Herm went to the bank. Herm just went to the bank to do a withdrawal. Man, he knew he saw it right.
He knew.
He saw it right.
But true. You hear how they moving the goalpost though? Because why, when we're talking about the success of Jaylen Brown, y'all bring up the success of his team. Oh, well, look at the team he has around him. All right, cool. So then when y'all
and let me make this clear too, though. And let me.
No, we branded.
Okay. Hold on. No. I got him 30. I got him 30. 30. I got him. Hold on. I just want to say this. 30. I promise you. 30. I promise you. I'll say this and I'll tag you in. Can we stop this dumbass logic of just because we add context to a player and the situation he's in that benefits his playing style, why do we always got to view that as making excuses or copping out or copping a plea? Like, we're literally just adding context that benefits that player style. Just like, hold on, True. Just like when earlier this postseason and Brandon was there and he was even on my side, so I don't know why he's playing this dumb bullshit. Because when Sturdy was doing the postseason, sitting there talking about how this is why Anthony Edwards is much better than Devin Booker because his performance in the first was Sturdy. I know you were trolling, but when Sturdy was sitting there, I was the main one sitting there saying that when it comes to Anthony Edwards compared to Devin Booker's situation, he's in a much more beneficial situation for him defensively and even on a playmaking standpoint that can make his game look that much better than it actually is at this standpoint in his career. So why are we sitting here now and acting as if I haven't been holding every single player that I've seen through this postseason over choosing? I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
But look, let me say this.
No, bro.
Sounded like a deflection or something.
Let's break it down. Hold on, True. I'm
Can we
breaking down
stop acting? Can we stop acting like when we put context on players that is just making excuses?
I put
Rebranded. Hold on, rebranded.
Brandon is being the ultimate instigator.
No one is moving the goalposts. You literally started your monologue by saying, you proposed your question by saying, if the Boston Celtics win a chip and if he get Finals MVP, does he make top 10 or get honorable mentions? You preface that by and True know this more than any fucking body. I don't evaluate plays based off team success because team success has nothing to do how great an individual player is.
Let me respond to you when you're done.
Absolutely. So what I'm simply saying is, if you and it is no, and like I said, no shot or a shot to Jaylen Brown. We're just simply saying, regardless of team success, for you to be ranked amongst your peers as top 15, top 10 is really predicated off your impact, your production, your play, your everything. There's multiple varieties, not just team success. Matter of fact, team success is like the lowest of the bottom pole because we all know just because your team is better or have a better record, have more playoff success, don't mean you're a better player. There's numerous examples.
When we're talking about his play, though, like that's the main thing we talk about.
No, that's not what Brandon said. But that's what I'm saying.
No, you're right.
In direct contrast to Anthony Edwards and Jaylen Brown. Anthony Edwards, from his play, he's a better scorer. He's just as good as a defender. He's a better rebounder, and he's a better and he's a better playmaker, and he's a better athlete. No, these are just plays.
And that's the aura shit. That's the aura talk. That's the aura.
I didn't say nothing about
Nah. You said as soon as you bring up athlete. As soon as you bring up athlete, that's not. Yeah, but what is that based on? Like on what?
No. Because we can. Everything I'm saying is indicative of what you can see on film. You can see. You can see. No.
He's 6'7".
No, you can see.
Jaylen Brown.
Edwards. You can see Anthony Edwards having a little more explosiveness, a little more strong. If you want a rebrand, if you acknowledge biggest, that's on you. I split on biggest. I don't acknowledge. So in relation is this.
Brandon, you know you losing when you agreeing with Brandon Katz.
I just want to finish it. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to, Brandon. So
I'm finna mute this nigga, bro.
That's what I'm trying to, Brandon. That's why I'm talking to in a calm, respectful manner. Remember? So
calm don't mean you winning. I'm hyped.
No, okay. Just so simply that. Based off Anthony Edwards' production impact in this game, he is better than Jaylen Brown. There's no knock against any player if you say another player is better. There's no knock.
But
listen.
Go ahead, True. No. Bring the ball up.
But my whole thing is, I didn't sit here and say he's in top 15 conversation. I didn't sit here and say that because for last time I checked, I think Edwards has definitely a higher ceiling. But when you said the athlete part, this is the problem. Last time I checked, stamina wasn't an issue for Jaylen Brown this postseason. Let's make that clear. I mean, that is a fact. I mean, we talking about athlete, right? Edwards did say he was tired. I mean, that is a fact. Like, he legit said he was tired. He was gasping for air. He needed a breathing machine and everything. Jaylen Brown been playing defense too. on especially in a transition. The transition on fast break that takes a lot of energy. You know what I mean? Scoring, playing defense, doing things of that nature. And Jaylen Brown been locked in, diving on so he ain't. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is the playoff run that Jaylen Brown is having to listen. Forget about the wins and losses. Forget about that. I'm just talking about his play from the regular season all the way now, where he's shooting 54% from the field, 55% from the field as a perimeter player. That's impressive, bro. 25 points a game. That's impressive.
I just want to. I'm gonna be mad.
Remember, True. I told you, but I gotta reiterate this.
That's how you know you won.
I didn't. No one interrupted him. He was done. I just want to reiterate. Brandon, you literally started off with your question and your take, brother. So I just want to iterate the truth.
He hasn't got to rebuttal.
On the crossover and on your platform, True. I acknowledge how great Jaylen Brown has been playing. I said this is the best version he's been in his career. I'm surprised he did not make all NBA team because I had him on my all NBA team.
That's 15 people. So that's all I'm saying.
I'm saying.
But there was also players that weren't on that all NBA team because they didn't meet the game's play requirements.
Yeah, because they made the requirements, and that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, I said that to say I do recognize that I have a track history of acknowledging who Jaylen Brown is and how good he is. It's this simple, dog. You don't team success and accolades do not justify your place amongst your peers. Not that alone. It never has been. Because Embiid has not made an All-NBA team, but he's damn sure a top 10 player.
Bro, y'all sit here, y'all still this is the thing, right? Even when I brought up the team, it's just showing how. Because you said context, right? When you mentioned it, we're bringing up context. Okay, so with me saying that, I'm asking, why when we're talking about the success of Jaylen Brown, y'all try to bring up context with his team and how good his team is.
Okay.
But then when we bring up, let's say, maybe how the points per game thing y'all mentioned, why don't we do the same thing with that and saying, okay, well, he has a better team around him. He doesn't have to do all that. That's the only question I'm asking.
No, but even
that's the rhetorical question. Is the real question.
Do you want to, Sturdy? Do you want to answer? Or do you want me to answer?
No, I want to make it. Brandon, is that a rhetorical question? That's a real question.
No, answer the question.
No, because
do you want to answer?
I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else. I speak for me in this regards. I always done that with Brandon. I literally always say with context, stats without context are just numbers. Like you always need context, especially with evaluating individual players. You never heard me say. That's why I always get amped about that because people always bring a situation when they're describing a player. The situation has nothing to do with that player.
Yeah, but y'all aren't.
I'm not. Brandon, I'm not. And Casual can speak for him in that regard because I'm reminding you, I'm not bringing in that type of context. I'm not saying he's not producing as much because he's on a talented team. I'm saying regardless of the team he's on, he's not producing or as impactful as the player we compare him to. And I do that for every player. I do that for every player.
Hold on.
I gotta say, let me just say, Brandon. Let me just say this because I gotta. Brandon, let me just say this because I gotta do. Shut up, nigga. The reason why, I think the reason why Brandon brought up that question is because you did say that he averaged 28 points per game, or True said that, and then you corrected him saying he averaged 28 points per game. So I think he thought that was your point. So I think that's why he said that. And to argue why I would say that Anthony Edwards is a better scorer, and if you look at his points and even his shot attempts. Hold on, Sturdy.
True was being nasty. That's why I said that.
I get you. And to be nasty towards True, Sturdy, isn't it funny that nigga got Jaylen Brown's efficiency right with estimating it and rounding it up, but when it came to Anthony Edwards, that nigga said 27 instead of 28. I don't know, but anyway,
that's why I said that. That's why I said that. We burned it. Like, thank you, Pastor. Thank you.
It was 20.
We burned it. This nigga, we burned it. This what this nigga did. Yo, Anthony Edwards having 27.7. This nigga True rounding it down. Like, come on, my nigga.
Come on.
But hold on, Sturdy.
It was 27.6.
It was 27.6. If you round up, what is that?
Hey,
28.
man.
If it was 28.
But what did you do?
Hey, you don't get that round of respect. You getting beat in 5 games in the Western Conference Finals. You don't get that round of respect. You don't get that round of respect.
My nigga.
That's nasty. mean,
You don't get that round of respect.
But listen.
He could have.
but no. So but I just want to and to be fair, I do think if Jaylen Brown got the shot attempts that Anthony Edwards was able to get, especially in the Western Conference Finals, I think that he could probably very well average 28. But it's the way that Anthony Edwards was averaging his 28. Even with the shots that he was taking, he was knocking them down at such an efficient rate. And it wasn't like he wasn't doing this in the regular season. We saw this improvement, especially post All-Star break, where he was able to shoot the mid-range at a much more efficient clip. He was able to shoot the three ball at a much more efficient clip. And granted, I do think that the efficiency that I saw from him this postseason, it's not who he truly is. I think he still has to develop, and especially with his playmaking, I don't think that is his actual, that's actually who he is as a playmaker. I do think that Mike Conley hit some of those deficiencies with him being there, and we saw the games that that Mike Conley either wasn't there due to him not being on the court, or because he was sitting on the bench, or him not being in the game at all because he was obviously out. I think that we saw who Anthony Edwards was as a true playmaker, especially being a primary ball handler. But that being said, though, the skill set that Anthony Edwards is providing is something that Jaylen Brown just isn't, especially on the playmaking side. Because he's much more polished as a passer. That's the main thing.
What y'all are talking about, even y'all saying defense, right? We sat here and watched Jaylen Brown need an inhaler guarding Kyrie, where we're seeing.
But could you not make the argument that the way that the style in which the defense that the Timberwolves are playing from round one on the Phoenix Suns all the way to the moment that they went up against the Dallas Mavericks was entirely different? They were guarding 94 feet on Kyrie. They were guarding the same way that they were guarding 94 feet on Jamal Murray, the same way that they were guarding 94 feet on Devin Booker. And do you think that it was dumb? I would tend to agree in some aspects, because I think that some of those series didn't even require you to do that. But that's Chris Finch's defense. Not all the time. Sometimes it's fine, but there was multiple instances where I didn't think that they needed to waste their energy on that. And so I think that Chris Finch probably deserves flack, but not Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was guarding 94 feet for the majority of that postseason, just like Jaden McDaniels.
Hold on, Anthony, and we're not going to act like, because y'all talk about impact, right? So let's talk about impact on the negative front. Anthony Edwards impacted his team in the first two games against us. He didn't show up. Y'all
both him and Cat didn't show up. Him and Cat didn't show up.
No.
We're not gonna be disingenuous.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what?
Who was the only one that got smoked though?
But just because you're the only one, we're holding people to a standard because they.
And y'all know he did it. Like, stop.
Karl-Anthony Towns was literally talking about him getting traded. Yeah, talking about trading him. What?
Cat got smoked. Cat got smoked.
Hold on.
We're chatting.
Okay. When y'all sitting here saying that he's the number one option, he should get the most smoke if the niggas are losing.
No, that's ESPN bullshit, bro.
See that and see, no pun intended, Brandon. That's where you turn into a casual, because you start leaning on these ESPN narratives to carry you through. But just because niggas didn't get smoked don't mean they weren't to blame.
Hold on, listen. Nobody was really giving Ant smoke. And if he's the number one.
That's back to
niggas was.
Hold on,
oh my god.
No. Okay. I'm not saying nobody wasn't. Hold on. We're not saying nobody wasn't. But let's be real.
Let Jaylen Brown.
It was somebody else. It was. Let's be real.
If it was Jason Tatum will receive entirely more slack.
Casual.
Giannis, yes, Jokic or Embiid. I agree.
Let's be honest.
But isn't
media portrayal is not an indicator of how great media portrayal is not an indicator.
And even still true. Could you not say that a lot of people were giving him slack the same way that they gave Jason Tatum slack when he underperformed at the end of postseason runs, because the excuse of, well, he'll be back and he'll be much better because he's young.
That was over with.
No. I'm not saying that that's still the narrative for Jason Tatum. Now I'm saying that it was before.
Yeah, but the difference wasn't even like in the Miami Heat series in a bubble, they wasn't saying Tatum was a top 10 or top 5 player either, though.
Yeah, and we're not saying that he's a top 10 and top 5 player.
No, I'm not saying. Of course, I'm not saying y'all. Of course, but we heard a nasty conversation.
We heard the ESPN. Yeah, but true. We keep talking about how.
It wasn't just media. It wasn't just media. It was generally speaking. You had people saying Avery Edwards was a top 10 or top 5 player, bro.
And those people have no business doing that.
You're talking to me and casual.
Those people have no business.
I'm not going to answer for other dumbass niggas or bad media headlines.
But
I'm not doing that.
We all have content. We all have channels. We all be on these panels, and listen. I don't
hear what they be saying.
Randomly people in the chat and act like.
But I'm not going to hold you accountable for some.
Y'all not hearing. We hear what you're saying, but
I'm not holding you accountable.
I hear what you.
We just talking about the conversation.
But what?
Hold on. If y'all hear it, then step the hell aside. Then if we're not talking to y'all,
I'm about to say y'all.
So then. No. But y'all
What are you talking about?
Arguing the whole other thing, and then when you get put in a corner, y'all. Oh, I ain't say that. I'm not saying that at all. Y'all arguing against. Hold up. Y'all arguing against Jaylen Brown being top 15, but when somebody say AE top 10, y'all. What? I didn't say that. What do you mean?
We're arguing our point. We're arguing our points. One, we're not arguing nobody else's point. So the fact that you're coming to an argument with us and you're bringing up outside opinions. That's for
and then go against your argument.
No, casual. Because hold on, because y'all sit here and just acknowledge that y'all heard what I was just saying was being said. So if y'all aren't the ones saying it, just step the hell aside. Stop acting like.
So then, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? You were talking to us. You were talking to us.
I hate y'all.
Y'all were talking. Y'all. Oh my God, Brandon. Bro. Like nigga, you're having a conversation with us and you're bringing up outside noises. Like that's dumb. That's a dumb way to talk basketball.
You're saying the noise.
Nigga, if we're giving our opinion, why are you bringing up opinions that we never brought up?
Because it goes with the noise.
Okay, you're chatting, nigga. I'm done talking to him.
Yeah.
I'm done talking to that nigga. Anyway,
you're gonna get cooked,
I'm done talking to him. I don't even know why he's here. Anyway, I'm not doing this. Yeah, I'm not doing this.
Y'all tripping, man.
I don't know, but that being said too. But I do want to say this about Jaylen Brown performance though. I do wish and I do hope that people just appreciate his greatness as a player, regardless of rankings or whatever, and stop comparing him to Tatum. But listen, this go for anybody. This go for anybody. Like Jaylen Brown is a great player, and Jaylen Brown been a good player for a long time, and people just gotta appreciate that, regardless of where he ranks at, or whatever case may be. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing that hopefully we can it could change in the future. You know what I mean? Besides just, wherever he ranks at or who his rank on the team, it don't matter. As long as he's doing
he shouldn't be compared to Tatum.
Because
he's his own player.
Because the whack thing about that is though, the whack thing I say here's the bull. The whack thing about that is they only do that just like Tatum, which is corny. It's like, bro. Like it's corny, it's disingenuous because because that's funny. No, we ain't gonna do that. But the most because the majority of the year people was criticizing Jaylen Brown. He was overpaid and he got no left hand. But now just respect him as a player. The work he put in the league, you know what I mean? And listen, that's all it is. That's for anybody. That's for anybody. That's you know what I mean. That's for anybody,
I agree.
No, I think in general, and I think what help with people with that is just simply try to evaluate a player without doing comparisons, because comparisons people always be disingenuous to some level of degree. It's that simple. I don't think 99% of niggas can't do it. They can't tell you how great a player is without mentioning other players, without mentioning teammates, without mentioning the situation. They can't.
Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out
I gotta. Yeah.
Polly.
I got a
Man,
piece out true.
Renegade cooking, y'all.
Ardo.
Yeah. I got a piece. Yeah. I got a piece. I got a piece out.
Herm, you right. Renegade cooking.
Yeah. You know, you absolutely right.
It reminds me.
Renegade.
It reminds
I don't
me.
even know this.
Herm. It reminds me. Herm. It was Mommy Boca. I was getting cooked by my cousin. My cousin, he has autism, right? And I was like, man, this dude is good.
Shout out to the autism boy. Shout out to the autism boy.
I was losing so bad. I was losing so bad at 2K. Bro, I was astonished. I'm like, yo, bro, you need to go to the pros. You need to compete for money. Like that's how that is, bro. Like I think that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the autism boy.
But I'm saying I kept my foot off your neck though, man. I kept my foot off your neck.
You're off. Renegade, you're up by 20 inches.
So now
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you some popsicles. Letters.
I'm always gonna be up on you, nigga.
True.
You're right.
True. I gotta head to work. I'll holler at you later. OG, you already know what it is. It's much love. Brandon, get out them strip clubs. Sturdy. I'ma holler at you later. I don't even know this nigga Renegade, but peace, salute.
You gonna know when you get cooked.
Peace H.
I'm a blessing.
Right.